and I will be co-hosting this event tonight with my good friend, JC. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm JT the poet. I'm a poet, author, whiskey enthusiast. Uh, and yeah, Valerie, she asked me a couple weeks ago. She's like, "Hey, would you like to host an open mic?" And I was like, "Yes, but I have one condition, and that condition was that Miss Sam Azul be here to help me out. That's my rock. So everybody, thank you for coming through. We appreciate you, and we can't wait to get into it."
Yes. Also want to give a very special shout out to Variations Theater Company for actually opening up their space and allowing this to come together. We are a nice, cozy group right now, but I have a feeling we may be growing as the night goes on. We'll see. But yes, very big thank you. And Val, I did want to give you the mic for a second because I want you to also talk about how awesome Variations really is. Please tell us.
Thank you. Well, I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming. I'm so excited, and to Sam and JC, it's been such a pleasure. So Variation, we started in April of last year during lockdown. I just kind of was home with my parents, and I said, I really want to do a reading of a play, who's around, and then it kind of grew. So now we do these readings every Thursday at 7:30. We've been doing it for about 10 months now, and then I said, we can find definitely ways to share the stage. And so I was just looking for other things to do because, theater, the stage is not just for theater. I believe it's for anybody that has a voice and wants to perform and get what they believe, get their word out. And I think it's a beautiful thing. And especially like in a time where, stages essentially are shut down and we don't know when they're coming back, to kind of like come together as a community and enjoy and meet people and enjoy ourselves. That's really important, especially during this time. Hopefully we're on the uppity up, but who knows? So thank you again to everybody for coming. I'm very excited to meet and hear you all speak and perform. This is truly a joy. So thank you. And Sam, I will turn it back over to you.
So yeah, that's Valid Variation. So if you are free on a Thursday, if you want to perform, right? Like she's still open to that too. Like it's a space for everybody. Literally anybody can come through it and be a part of it. Super dope. If you're interested, definitely do it. Link with her. So let's bring in to our first performer. Unless Jay, you want to start us off? Because I know you had a piece you wanted to, or you want to save it. He's like, I'm gonna holster this bad boy. You're muted, honey.
Yeah, I'll put it back in a holster for right now.
He's like, I'm gonna holster this. It's okay, we'll come back. All right, so we're gonna get started with our very first performer. I know him personally, have seen him perform multiple times, and he is something of a powerhouse, my goodness. And I'm just gonna stop talking and let him speak for himself because I'm sure he's got a lot to say. Smooth Baby, please introduce yourself. Just Zoom etiquette, if you don't know this already, you can pin the person who's speaking so you can only see them as they're talking. Yeah.
How y'all doing tonight? My name is Smooth Baby. I like to call my poetry ghetto gospel. And I only got 2 rules. Rule number 1, you can snap, clap, make noise and tell a nigga to bring it back. And rule number 2 is more like a question for you. I said, can I get ghetto with you? Yeah, of course, I know, I hear y'all. I said, can I get ghetto with you? So this piece I got, it's called Not Supposed to Be Here. I said, accept these blessings from these lessons. Everything God spit is with aggression. I say, yo, I said, I'm not supposed to be here. Was the word said to me at birth. I wasn't supposed to make it through the night. I'm an unsolved mystery. Never had the opportunity to catch in the intimacy of a mother holding a son as she walked away from me. Me still hooked onto that machine, which flatlined on me. But y'all can see the underdog fight in me. I seen God in his prayers form. And I ain't have to be dug 6 feet, resurrect from the wreck. I'm the new crucifix on the Jesus piece. My blood being spilled for all y'all sins on these streets. But they don't tend to my artistry. They say I'm too raw, too street, and I got nothing but energy. As if I didn't allow y'all into me. I see nothing but frenemies, so I start sipping on this Hennessy, busting at my adversaries. You can see the West come out of me. Tupac can live, down to live. I get lifted off this. Look good on me. I told y'all my shoulders was wide enough to hold on to all y'all defeats. I'm the type of nigga that's strong enough to never even pray for me, but who pray for me if I'm not supposed to be here on stage reciting this poetry with my learning disability? Can't read, can't spell, but y'all can see the wordplay that comes from me. Bomb schemes, punches. I guess that type of writing ain't right for me, and poets are people too. Cool. But I'm immortal. My art would never die in me. I got timeless peace. No, timeless please. They mad because I can hold your attention for more than 3 minutes. All eyes on me. But Nas is about to continue this legacy. Ether when it blew up on me. I don't got no TikTok piece. Shorty, watch your mouth when you go disrespect me. Wait, I must protect our ladies. So come have a writing session with me. Let me put the passion back in your penmanship because you're going to drown trying to swim with me. And please, watch out for these emotional pieces over the performance, please. They don't even believe in what they breathe. I got to bring CPR to this watered down industry. I seen the phoniness and the negativity. I'm plus over the minus. I got that real energy. And this ain't no live stream. When these niggas see me in HD, they vision get blurry. I see the fatigue. I turn around and turn this whole thing into an army scene. Pump oxygen back into me. Get down with my symmetry. Symmetry, when it's on the other side of me. I'm not supposed to be here. When I was holding pose in these streets, I show y'all how that 4/5 set up on me. I brought havoc to my community. Just trying to survive on the elements that surrounded me. Like police brutality. Yeah, they beat me and pulled hammers out on me. I was just lucky. I wasn't an unarmed casualty. My mother holding that tea to send me to the tea. Well, let's spill this tea like it's Lipton tea. And if you see a glove on my hand, just know ain't no Muppet coming out of me and you shitting me. I'm not supposed to be here, so y'all better respect me because I won't hesitate to bring a nigga to the light with me. You niggas don't even write like me. And I talk beyond the surface. Come get deep like me. I'm gaudy, baby. It's easy.
Yo, man. That's rough.
Damn.
Taking that shot.
Easy.
Yeah.
Baby. This nigga sounded immortal. Like that. Like that.
That shit was tough. That was tough.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah.
Smooth.
Accept these blessings, accept these lessons. Everything he spit is with aggression. He said, hey, yo.
Hello. Sam, you good, Sam?
Yeah, I'm just trying to, I have to keep my face together because my face has so much. I do this the entire time. I'm just like, all right, let me turn my camera off because I don't know, my face don't know how to act. That was, we already know. We already know what it was. Smooth, I want to give you a second just to flex on it, what it is you do. I know you wrote the poetry and all that good stuff. So let them know where they can find you, what you're available to them, what you're blessing them with, all that.
Absolutely. Well, you can find me on IG at Smooth Baby. That's SMOOVEBABII. You can also get my first book that I have out entitled Ghetto Gospel. And also I got 2 more books coming out within the next couple of months called they're entitled Inner Peace and Girl on Your Lock Screen. I also got a podcast I just started with me and my co-host Kenny Sings. It's called Hitting Lines Podcast. When she likes to say deciphering the mind of a wordsmith. I like to say bomb schemes and all that other good shit. But yeah, I'm out here trying to bless and get some art out. You know what I mean? Like I like I love poetry. I just love expressing myself. I love bringing words. I love bringing emotions that you probably is not accepted on an everyday basis. So I'm trying to make a space where you can be as emotional as you want. So that's all my poetry is about, emotion. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all for having this platform for me to display my talents.
Absolutely. Beloved, we are so glad that you came through. Thank you for going
Absolutely.
first. That's not always a comfy space. I appreciate you walking to it fully and just owning it as you always do.
Oh, of
Appreciate
course. You know, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. That's all.
Okay. Okay, run that back one more time.
If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
That's right. Heard you. Yes. Beautiful. On that note, we are going to move on to somebody I just recently met this week. I'll let him get into it and tell him more about himself. Bill Friday.
Hey, Sam. Thank you. Jay, where are you? Raise your hand, Jay. I got
Right
two spots. Hey, thank you. Thank you for asking me in. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man, no problem.
I'm gonna jump right into the words. If I got some things to share after, great. But I don't want to get in the way of the words. I got a couple of things from old books, and I got a couple of things that will be in a new book sometime before the end of this year. And like Jay knows, my stuff is short. So if I say I got 4 things, I do not have 40 minutes of things. So we're all cool. This first one is from my first book, A Death on Skunk Street. This one's called Older and Frailer. I avoid thinking about my childhood unless someone asks me to tell them why I am the way I am, and then I'm forced to, or I lie. And usually when I talk about the distant past, I spend that time remembering my dad, whose influence always finds its way to the surface of my thoughts the quickest. He would yell when he got angry, mutter when he knew he was wrong, and condemn when warning me against things that could lead to harm. But as he got older and frailer, with age and a failing heart, he would also own up to his yelling, muttering, condemning ways and speak with genuine contrition. Until that last night I saw him alive, and I knew that he loved me more on that night than on any day which had preceded it. I'm going to jump to something else. You know how we plan, right? And yeah, then you just kind of feel it and you feel like, nah, we'll go somewhere else. Second book, Between Love and Orgasms.
I love that book.
Yeah, I seriously named it that. Thanks, Jay. Yeah, Jay's like my East Coast fan. I'm out here alone on the West Coast, and he's like, yeah, what is that? And I'm like, I don't know. This has just always been me. This one's called Theory of Tears. Tears don't scare me. I know people hate them in themselves and in others, depending on just how manipulated tears make them feel. Manipulated, not by the tears, but by the reasons they flow. There's a theory of tears known only by a few, but not by the ones who cry, by the ones who hold it in. They have learned all the reasons for them and choose not to give them away. Unmanipulated and unmanipulating, they hold on to the tears as tightly as they do the theory. Tears don't scare me, they say, as long as I don't have to see them. At least that's their theory. But the truth about the theory of tears is this: tears are only scary on the inside. Okay, now I got to do something fancy. I got to pull stuff up off of a Word doc. Let's see how I can do this in the middle of a Zoom party. Here we go. And that, y'all still see me?
Yeah.
I guess I'm doing it right. Okay. And now we got one from the book that'll be coming out later this year. This is called Fridoci Panzon. You once compared us to Frida and Diego after you broke up with me. while showing me a letter she had written after she broke up with him at the Mola on a free admission Sunday afternoon. Since I was still grieving my loss of you, I could not ask you how the words in the letter were intended for me to take. Were you telling me how big an asshole you thought I was, or how one day when we were both too broken to know better, that you would take me back? God, now I hope with all my heart that you were calling me an asshole, because it probably would kill whatever's left of me to think that you would ever want to take me back.
Oh, man.
Okay, let's pull up the last one.
You don't deserve you, King.
Bless you, man. The last one is called Disenfranchised. I lost a child. They lost a parent. She lost a spouse. He lost a limb. We lose what we lose, and when it's lost, it is not gone, not misplaced. Not missing like car keys to be found 5 minutes later next to the half and half in the fridge, but missing like 1 minute you're saying good morning, good night, see you soon, and the next you're never saying it again except to a ghost. This is grief. Unless it's not your child, your parent, your spouse, or your limb, then it's an excuse, a personal problem, a character flaw. And it isn't even that your grief doesn't belong to you. It's that you don't belong to your grief. You are disenfranchised from your pain, from your love, from your God-granted human experience, from all of it. You are disenfranchised. She lost a best friend, get over it. You lost a girlfriend, get over it. They lost a reason to get out of bed in the morning, get the fuck over it. When our right to grieve is denied us, except within the boxes others say must be checked. When all love is love, but not all grief is grief. When pain and mourning require blood kin for legitimacy. When the dignity to recover as we are is questioned, we are disenfranchised. And if you wonder why this story has no end, it is because, like an end to grief, there isn't one. Because like you, like me, like he, like she, like it, we remain disenfranchised. That's it.
He said you don't belong to your grief. What?
Wow.
What? Come on now. That was fire.
Yeah, about a year ago, a friend of mine who lives in California was book shopping, and he found orgasms between orgasms and love, and he sent it to me, and he texted me, and he said, "Yo, I sent you a book by this guy named Bill Friday, and I sent it to you for two reasons. One reason is because I know you love Bukowski, and he reads like Bukowski. And another reason is because I read him and kind of thought about you. And like he sent me the book and I read it from cover to cover and was like fucking blown away. So I can't wait until your new book, bro. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate all that. And you know what? Books still available, both of them. I'm on Instagram at Bill Friday. That's the easiest way to find me. And if you just want to DM me, I'll tell you how you can get a hold of the books or what's coming up. Also, the books are going to be available, back catalog stuff at my publisher. The publisher can be found through silverstarlab.print. All one word, silverstarlab.print. You'll see me. You'll see a bunch of good writers, people who are just getting going and people who've been going for a long, long time. So everybody, hey, thank you very, very much.
Oh, this was, I'm speechless. I am so glad Jay asked you as well to be a part of this. I feel so lucky to actually even have heard any of your work, and I will definitely be looking to see if I can purchase some of it as well, for sure. Okay, you want to introduce our next person?
Who do we have up next? I'm not looking at the list.
Okay. Elise.
Oh, Elise. Elise, okay, Elise is up next. And she, like, I could ramble on forever about Elise. She's a great poet. She's a great person. I see her shaking her head no, like I'm telling a lie. Don't listen to her. Everything I'm saying is absolutely true. And I kind of hope she's doing Woman of the Night, but there's no pressure. If you're not, it's all good, you know, do you? So yeah, let's hear what you got.
Honestly didn't know what I was gonna do, but since you requested it, low key, I guess I can do that one. I don't like to hold stuff when I'm doing because I like to use my hands. Yeah, somewhat. Jesus, take the wheel. It's gonna work. I got faith. All right, it's not gonna work. I don't know. Okay. Can you hear me still?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I am a woman of the night. I drown in drinks so that I can silence the thoughts in my mind, one drink at a time, knowing I'm not being kind to my body, but it just feels so damn good. Not to overthink, not to rehearse scenes that may never be played out. For a moment, I'm me. Maybe a bit too carefree, but at least I'm living. When I wake up tomorrow, I can be forgiving. But right now, I'm living my glorious sin. Right now, this is how my life begins. Weekends are all I need. And of course, my liver soaks so that the me inside my mind is no longer choked and hiding behind the thoughts that constantly leave me lost or questioning more of how I should be. In the night, I am free. There are no voices in my head yelling to let me be. There is no other versions of me, see. She'll never fight, just dance and climax to new heights. She inhales life with a thirst that quenches better than Sprite, no spite in her heart. For once, she's not falling apart. Everything is as it should be. See, she knows that if she was home, she'd be curled up in fatal fetal defeat, gripping her knees, shaking and praying for her sanity, because this life ain't never been easy. She gives life all she can, and every time she gets enough air to breathe, it's like life crushes her windpipe just enough to self-repair, never fully leaving her in despair. It's like her self-care is amusing. So she figures, I figure, why try? When the reasons to abide are the same reasons that you cry, are the same reasons that you die. Why? When they say tomorrow isn't promised, so why can't I be the woman of the night every night? Why can't I fight my demons with a little bit of help? Do we always have to be brave? Why can't sometimes we be saved? Do we always have to know what to say? I know I'm comfortable in my shades of gray because not everything is black and white. Sometimes it's purple, sometimes it's green, sometimes it's red, and sometimes it's just all a dream. Thank you.
Goodness gracious. Thank you, Elise.
Thank you.
Whole lot of yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
You got anything you want to promote?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm still working on some things. I am in the process of recording videos for my little possibly 8-poem series that I'm working on. It's called Cleaning Out My Closet. And it's, again, that just promotes my vulnerability that I always put into my art. The one thing I like to do is a lot of self-reflection. That's a part of me being vulnerable in my art. So I'm just taking those lessons that I learned and hopefully teaching them to other people, because there's power in being genuine. There's power in being yourself and being, I guess, positive, so, and your story.
Thank you. So the next person that we have coming up is a young man by the name of Shaking the World. And I think he has his wife with him tonight. I'm not sure. But he is a poet. He is a singer. He is a musician. He's hilarious on TikTok. So I have no idea what he's gonna do tonight, but I'm seeing the guitar, so I'm excited. Talk to us, Shaq.
What's good, y'all? How's everything?
What's up, man?
Yo, shout out to JC. Now I mean, you already know I gotta bring the wife with me. She's right here. Shout out to Sam. Love you, Sam. And thank you. I forgot the name of the company. It's Production Valley Production, I think, or something. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody that's here. Everything that JC said is right. I am a guitarist. I am a poet. I'm also a rapper. I'm a singer, and I also do TikTok. But for today, what I'm gonna do is I have the guitar on me. So I might sing a song, and I might rap too. So let's see what we do. The cover is Bad by Wale, and I wrote my own rap verse to it. So guys, let me know if you can hear the guitar and me at the same time. Mic check 1, 2.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep, you're clear.
Yes. If you know the song, definitely feel free to sing along. Is it bad that I never made love? No, I never did. But I sure know how to fuck. I'll be a bad boy. I'll prove it to you. I can't promise that I'll be good to you, cause I've had some issues. I won't commit, no, not having it, but at least I can admit that I'll be bad, no, to you. No, I'll be good in bed, but I'll be bad to you, babe. That I never made love, no, I never did. But I sure know how to, let's get it on. Toxic, that's me. I text less, that's me. Stay saying you hate me, but love when I eat you out disrespectfully. Not respectfully, I don't do love. Came out the mud, yeah, it been tough. Yeah, baby, I'm rough. You call me a dog, but love that rough. Yeah, I know that I'm young and I'm reckless. Something like the young and the restless. Always VIP on your guest list. Satisfaction guaranteed, never sexless. Baby, let's go. Don't give me your heart. It will turn cold. Don't ask about mine. Mine been froze. I see you the one, but the fifth one I told. Look, yeah, I'm all up in your sheets, but you know I belong to the streets. And I'm on your boulevard every week. I'm the asshole that's all up in your cheeks. Bed, whoa, head, whoa, legs, go, slow, strokes. Just know that I'm on demon time, so you know I'm on go. Is it bad that I never made love? No, I never did. But I sure know how the fuck I'll be a bad boy. I'll prove it to you. I can't promise that I'll be good to you, cause I've had some issues. I won't commit, no, not having it, but at least I can admit that I'll be bad, no, to you. No, I'll be good and bad, but I'll be bad to you, babe. That I never made love, no, I never did, but I sure know how to fuck, yeah.
Woo! Oh man, that was great.
Yes.
Did you say I'll be the asshole up in
I
your
was
cheeks?
just getting ready to say that, bro. Like, bro said, I'm the asshole that's all in between your cheeks, bro. I'm dead. Like, I'm dead, bro.
It was the rough.
That's crazy.
That rough shit was clever.
That, when you wrote down that line, how proud of yourself were you?
It was super outlandish, bro. It was like, nah, people's gonna react to this. I'm gonna keep. Yeah.
That was it.
I know we all know that one asshole that's just like, come on, man. So that was, I mean, but yeah.
Oh, that line was crazy, bro.
Yeah. Appreciate you. Big queen. Know what I mean? My queen.
All day.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. If you guys want to follow me, my Instagram is Shaking the World, SHAKIN, no G, because I am the G_DA_world. I have that cover on my page. Definitely check it out. It was just the two of us. The cover, playing the guitar and singing with a wonderful singer. Her name is Violet Ivy. And stay tuned. I got more things coming up. So definitely. Thank you guys so much. Mad love.
Shaq, I effing love you. And this is like a whole new side, honestly. Shaq doesn't really talk like this in real life, y'all. Like getting up in somebody's cheeks like that. That's not it. So I was like, wait a minute.
Don't.
Who stepped out on the stage tonight? Shaking is here. Not Shaq. Shaking is here. Okay.
He's a whole new nigga now.
Oh,
right. Like a whole new man stepped out on the stage.
My
Holy
bad.
shit. I am so glad I got to meet him. That was it. Shaq, you're amazing. We have another very talented poet who goes by the name of Jonathan Sherlin. So please, Jonathan, tell us who you are, what you do.
Yeah.
Hey, so yeah, I wrote poetry. Been doing open mics, God, for maybe about a decade now or something. Yeah, I guess like about 9 years since I moved here to NYC. Well, there's like an echo going on. All right. Yeah, right now I'm an unemployed web developer as a profession, but let's just talk about poetry. Yeah, because COVID sucks. COVID times, people. All right, so I'm gonna just read one poem that I wrote in June, and I actually don't remember writing this and completely forgot I wrote it, and then rediscovered it a couple of months ago and thought, actually, I really like this poem. So I think I'll read it tonight. Here, let me just move this down to this screen.
John, does it have the harmonica in
it? No, not this poem, but yeah, what JC is referring to is that for some of my stuff, I just mostly when I want to like improv something, I'll take out my harmonica and I'll just like say something and then play some harmonica. I could try doing that if you want. Let's do this first. All right. So, all right. This one I wrote June 10th, 2020. And here goes. The world is forcing me to make decisions. The world tells me to fuck the police, but I'm just not that promiscuous. The world tells me that disbanding and defunding is silly because it's been tried before and failed. But if at first you don't succeed, try again. And I lay awake thinking of all these things, remembering my own ethos of trying as hard as possible to not hurt innocent beings. Although we all make exceptions for iPhones and their foreign warehouse workers. I guess I have to admit that I'm a hypocrite, which allows me to admit that my country is as well. But if you tell me that the way to change things is through violence and hate, well, I tell you to go to hell, but I don't have to because you're making hell on earth yourself, and I won't contribute to that. I'm told to stay inside. I'm told my family misses me. I'm told to go outside. I'm told I have no right to risk my family. I'm told to support the underprivileged, but told I'm too privileged to understand their cause. And you can tell me that what you believe with feigned certainty, but I see through your insecurities. I just want you to realize it's okay to doubt. It's okay to ask questions, because only when we think we know all the answers, well, doesn't that lead to fascism? I don't believe I will ever believe that all people in any group of people is evil, but it's easy to believe that every group of people has evil in it. And I think that's a better train of thought to bring upon change. Thank you.
Harmonica? No.
You-
Got a little bit of time.
um,
If you want to rock out.
all right, I could try. I don't know. Shoot. What have I been thinking about lately? Let's see.
Getting a
All right.
harmonica show tonight is lit.
My bad. We kind of put you on the spot, but yeah.
Yeah, you did. I should know better by now because literally, like every time Jay is like, play harmonica, and I'm never prepared to do so. All right, so just to give you all like the basic ideas, I started doing this a couple of years ago, where I'll play a little harmonica, and then hopefully by the time I'm done playing some harmonica, I've thought of something to say, and then I'll say something, and then I'll play a little bit more harmonica. So we'll see how this goes. I never know how it's gonna go, so it's exciting. All right, let's see. So a couple of months ago, I'm an agnostic Jew, and my sister came out and told me that she's decided to convert to Christianity. So it was kind of a surprise because my family I'm a rare case where I've been raised by two atheists. And so not only was she coming out that she believed in God, but that she's not going to be Jewish. And she just told me because she's afraid of the way my parents would react. But then I'd been kind of walking around wondering, does she think that I'm going to hell because I don't necessarily believe Jesus is God? And I thought, like, I asked her about that, and I thought she said that she thought that she did believe, if you don't believe Jesus is God or the Son of God, that you're going to hell. And so for a few months, I've been walking around with this. Does my sister think I'm going to hell? And I wanted to like ask her about it again, and I was like nervous about it. And I actually just finally called her today, and she said, "John, what the hell are you talking about? I never said that." And yeah, so I don't know. There's just good news. My sister doesn't think I'm going to hell. Let's see. um, oh man. Oh man, I got nothing else to say right now. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Oh yeah. So I've been my therapist told me that during these times of COVID and being unemployed, I need like some kind of routine, right? So at the end of each day, I've decided to like watch a movie from like my library of movies. I'm like going down like these movies that I own, but I probably haven't watched some of them in like 10 years or more. And what's really interesting is like I kind of always had in my mind that like I want to have like a movie collection where if someone were to watch all these movies, they would get a good idea of like who I am as a person. And then I realized maybe it wasn't just that, because it's also like I've been rewatching them and I've been kind of rediscovering for myself who I am as a person, being like, oh yeah, I forgot that I like that shit, or like I forgot that I find that funny, or I forgot how fucking shamelessly romantic I am, you know. And so it's kind of cool. Like I recommend that, like going through like your own books or movies or something, like you're gonna rediscover shit about yourself. It's pretty cool. One last thing is just like more of a recommendation. I found out about this horror movie called Freaky. It's by the same guy who directed, I saw Valerie point to me. It's the same guy who directed Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You, which I also love. But the idea of Freaky is it stars Vince Vaughn and like this blonde teenage girl, and it's a body swapping movie like Freaky Friday, except it's a horror movie because Vince Vaughn is like a serial killer. And so a teenage girl swaps body with the serial killer. And I watched it last night. It's fucking awesome. So you should watch it too. All right, that's enough for now.
Thank you.
Woohoo.
Thank you. I love that harmonica. I have one myself and don't have the
Oh yeah.
I don't have the lung capacity to play it. So but up next we have Maggie Miles. And she is a poet, and I met her I think a year and a half ago. We were at an open mic together. We met there, and then as open mics do, it ran over, and everybody who was there got kicked out of the spot. So we continued the open mic outside on a sidewalk, and I just remember everybody in a circle, and we said poems, we freestyled, we beatboxed, and then we all started howling at the moon. And then I remember like somebody who lived on the block came downstairs and basically told us to shut the fuck up before he called the cops. It was a great night. But Maggie is here. I know she's got a great poem for you, so I'm gonna get out the way and let her do her thing.
Hey, what's up, everybody? And yeah, that is actually a full moon tonight, so we should all howl at the moon after this. So, and the guy yelled at us because he had a newborn, and it was the classic, "We're trying to put the baby to sleep. Stop fucking howling." Yeah. So yeah, we were those assholes. But I paint, I make things. I'm just an all-around creative human, and I'm gonna do, I think, 1 or 2 poems. She is mad at me. Even together, we are apart. I am 3 and screaming. I am 7 and terrified. I am 13 and suicidal. I am 16 and at my breaking point. I am 22 and an alcoholic. I am 25 and getting my shit together. I am 30 and sober. I am 30 and screaming. She is 6 inches away, but we do not speak. She knows I won't return. That is the mantra. We run into until our shoes fall off. Cold Southern gasoline. And I'm throwing fuel on the fire. Mother. It is 3 p.m. Thanks, Kyle. 10/21/20. It is 3 p.m. I have been sitting in the dark all day. I dropped my pen. I sat, I sit, I waited in the shadows. I watched the world burn. I said, everything is fine. I did nothing. I stared at glowing screens, got obsessed with non-royal queens. Faith needs no companion. Faith is a fiend. Thanks, guys. I guess if we're doing handles, my handle is at Maggie V Miles on all the things. And thank you so much for holding this space. Love you, JC, and nice to meet all of y'all. So thankful to be here. I needed this. I miss open mics.
Space is always open for anybody that ever wants to perform with variations. That's just their general rule. Anybody, everyone is welcome here.
Beloved, I don't want to mess up your IG handle. I feel like I messed up a letter. So please, can you type your handle in the chat so everybody knows where to go to?
I like she spelled it. She spelled it in the air so we could all see it.
Sounds like another Maggie will be getting a lot of followers tonight. I don't want to do that. So yes.
Can we see more of your art?
Yeah, do you have some like available?
Yeah. Let's see. Then I've got this. I sent this actually to my nanny Annie, and she's like, "I like COVID coming out of her mouth." I don't know. And this is why I love art. It's just interpret what you may. And then I got a little kitty. This guy, if you want to see it, like up close.
Amazing.
Wow.
He's all like
I'm not
drippy.
staring at that one the entire time.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see when I asked.
And then I got, let's see.
I put that in the crib.
This is not
right?
finished. This
I
I'm
really
gonna
love
like
the greens.
put
Yeah.
faces on. It's not done. And then I've got
Hey.
watercolor stuff.
That's fire.
Wow.
And then like another, like I like to do stuff with the words.
Ooh.
So they'll be
Cool.
like,
oh
damn. Whoa. This is
words
awesome.
everywhere.
Wait, I gotta follow you on Instagram.
Oh.
Perfect.
So I gotta finish these, but yeah, that's
Yeah, the one with the words is definitely giving me like Basquiat vibes. That shit is dope.
Right.
That shit
Thank
is dope
you.
as fuck.
That's actually really ironic you said that, because I just went to his grave today, and so yesterday was the last day of my 20s, so I wanted to have a funeral for my 20s, so I went and like put stuff on his grave to lay my 20s to rest.
Respect. That's my favorite artist right there. Respect.
So
that's crazy.
it's funny you said that. Yeah, definitely go check out his grave at Greenwood Cemetery. It's really pretty out there.
Thank you
But
so
thank
much,
you
Maggie.
everybody for looking. I really appreciate it.
That was insane. Oh my God. That was amazing. Thank you so much, Maggie. Incredible, incredible work. We have Matthew up next. Matt, he's going to be doing a monologue for us. Hey, hey.
Okay.
Am not muted on the stream. I'm very sorry, Grace Lozada on Facebook. I forgot. But yeah. Anyways, the speech is all about our great actor Peter Capaldi playing as the Doctor. He is currently talking to two people, and he's trying to dissuade them not to start all-out war over I think the monologue does a better job of explaining what happens, but just imagine me, the Doctor, talking to two other people that are like this close to starting war with each other, all right? And I think I distracted enough. Finally got the thing up. All right, so. You just want cruelty to beget cruelty. You're not superior to people who were cruel to you. You're just a whole bunch of new cruel people. A whole bunch of new cruel people. Being cruel to some other people who will end up being cruel to you. The only way anyone can live in peace is if they are prepared to forgive. Why don't you break the cycle? What is it you actually want? You want war. Ah, all right. Well, then when this war is over, when you have the homeland free from humans, what do you think it's going to be like? Do you know? Do you know? Have you thought about it? Have you given it any consideration? Because you're very close to getting what you want. What's it going to be like? Paint me a picture. Are you going to live in houses? Do you want people to go to work? What'll be holidays? Oh, will there be music? Do you think people will be allowed to play violins? Who will make the violins? Well? Oh, you actually don't know. All right. You're just like any other tangerine child in history, Bonnie. You don't actually know what you want. So let me ask you a question about this brave new world of yours. When you've killed all the bad guys, and it's all perfect and just and fair, and you have exactly what you want in this world, what are you going to do with people like you? The troublemakers. How are you going to protect your glorious revolution from the next one? You'll win. Oh, will you? Well, maybe you'll win. But nobody wins for long. The wheel just keeps turning. So come on. Break the cycle. What sucks is that I'm trying to get you to see, and I'm getting there. I know it. Yes, this box in front of you with a button in it will give you everything that you need and want. I get that. You have your finger on the button. And we're off! Fingers on buzzers! Are you feeling lucky? Are you ready to play the game? Who's going to be quickest? Who's going to be the luckiest? Look, you think this is a game. It's not a game, sweetheart. And I mean that most sincerely. Why did I set it up like this? You really want to know why? Because it's not a fucking game, Kate. This is a scale model of war. Every war ever fought right there in front of you. Because it's always the same. When you fire that first shot, no matter how right you feel, you have no idea who's going to die. You don't know whose children are going to scream and burn, how many hearts will be broken, how many lives shattered, how much blood will spill, and so everybody does what they're supposed to do from the very beginning. Sit down and talk! Listen to me. Listen, I just want you to think. Do you know what thinking is? It's just a fancy word for changing your mind.
And then he disappears off the screen, like, bye.
Instead of dropping the mic, he fades to
Right.
Fade to black.
Sopranos. I him back here, bro.
Keep going.
He's back into existence.
Yo, I love that speech. I watched that. I watched that so much in the last year. I have it like favorited in YouTube as like my favorites list. I've shown that to people over the years. Yeah, people just need to fucking sit down and talk. And I love that part where he says like, "You don't know whose children are gonna die." You know, like, yeah. Oh no.
What? I have questions back to you.
Questions?
Oh, I know. He went away again.
The reason why I chose this particular monologue is not because it's for a couple of reasons. One, it's a great dialogue about how war starts and how pointless it really is in the end. But also I kind of think about this sort of stuff too whenever I'm like fighting with friends, with my mom, with anybody, you know? There are times where I do get very Grace Lozada from Facebook. It's from Doctor Who, season 12. The title of it is Valerie, help, I don't know the name of the thing.
Zygon invasion.
There you go.
It's really sad that I know this off the top of my head.
I knew you would.
It's really bad.
That's sad.
But yeah, I try to apply this sort of concept to whenever I'm having an argument with people that I care about. I just think, is it really worth it to go about this fight right now, or should I try and sit down and talk a little bit? I don't do it all the time because, you know, temper. I'm 19, hormonal, you know the biz. But I try and keep it in the back of my head whenever I can, you know.
Thank you. Well done.
Well done. Very well done. I'm completely blown away. That was incredible. And I've never even watched Doctor Who, and I'm just like, yes! Like, I felt every word of that. I was like, that's incredible.
Does Matthew have an Instagram?
Do you?
Oh,
Okay. Cool. Excellent. So any of you who are looking to follow Matt and check out what other amazingness I'm sure he has in store, there it is. There it is. Okay, so we're going to move into our next very talented poet. I believe she goes by Jess or Jessica. Are you here?
He is not.
Me, just me. Hi, I'm here.
Oh, she is here. Hey, Jess.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Feel free to tell us what you do, who you are. Let us know.
So I'm Jess, and I'm a spoken word artist and a recently published poet. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna just read a poem from the book.
Okay. Oh, shit.
All right, this poem is called Ariana. This poem is called First Day Questions. Sorry, I'm at my aunt's house. I'm not in my house. They're just it's a little awkward actually. Not for me. All right, this poem's called First Day Questions. What if I told you I wasn't okay? And the only reason I called was to make the suicidal thoughts go away. What if I said I'm too scared to be alone? And even though it's childish, you bring me peace over the phone. What if I sobbed uncontrollably? Would you hang up immediately or stay on the phone with me? And if I dropped the call on purpose, would you keep calling until you get a hold of me? What would you do? If I said I couldn't explain how I feel, would you tell me it's in my head and that my pain is not real? Or would you hold me when I'm lonely and pray one day my scars will heal? Tell me. Because this isn't up for debate. My anxiety and my depression will always come on our dates. And I'd rather tell you now before you find out way too late, before you find me on my bed, just swallowing in my sadness with the negativity in my head. I cling to you just like a magnet. So with all that being said, is this a life you can imagine? Because you and I are the kind of opposites that never ends up attracting. Is it okay that I'm not? I'm just trying to make you comfortable. I understand that it's a lot. I understand if you want to bail. You can leave before your entrance because my mind is like a jail and depression is a life sentence and there are no visitors. Am I making myself clear? There will be days I want you far, but times I need you here, like when my thoughts take control. And I hear these voices in my head that whisper such sweet nothings like I'm better off just being dead, cutting deeper in the skin and closer to the vein. I don't cut because it hurts. I cut to feel the pain. And I don't mean to cut you off. I'm just cutting to the chase because I like to take things slow, but depression has its own pace. So these are all the things I struggle with internally. But anyways, my favorite color is burgundy. And that's that piece.
I loved everything about that. Please link your book.
Wait, she said wait, but anyways. Oh.
No, that took me a while. I like to incorporate as much truth in my poems, and so my favorite color really is burgundy. So to come up with something that rhymed with burgundy, I was stuck for a minute. That's in one of my books. That's in my
that one line, depression is a prison which has no visitors. Oh my God. Yes. Yo, that shit blew my mind. Like, oh
thank you.
That shit was crazy. That's crazy.
Thank you.
She said I could feel the pain. I felt the pain.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. That was actually in my first published book. The name of the book is called Manipulated by Love, Sex, and Depression. This, I don't know if you can see it. That's what it looks like. I'm on the cover. And then it's written in burgundy, my favorite color. And then it has the number to the suicide hotline on the back, and it says, you are stronger than your pain.
I love it. I love everything about
it. And you could get it at strongerthanmypain.com. That's THAN than, in case anyone don't know how to spell Stronger Than My Pain. And then I'll put my IG in the comments.
StrongerThanMyPain.com.
Mm-hmm. I'll put that on there too.
I brought Jessica's book a couple weeks ago, and the book arrived to me, and I took it out of the package, and I didn't want to open it the rest of the way because it was wrapped. It was packaged in such a way. It was like really pretty, and it was like wrapped in this really nice paper. And then when you open it, you get like a really nice printed like note, and it was great. So you should definitely order one of those and link up with.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I definitely try to make the packaging as unique to the person purchasing and the message in there as well, because I think that that's a message that everybody needs to see and read. It was a message that helped me through a really dark time. And it was actually the card that he's talking about is kind of like the thank you card, and it was given to me by somebody, most of it. And I used that as my message to send to everybody else because it helped me. So I figured it could help a lot of other people as well.
This energy we all seem to have, or everybody has so far that I've heard of, like, using what they've been through to try and reach back or reach around, like outside of yourself, and try and assist other people who might be going through the same thing. It really grounds me in the idea of community, and I love that. Like, it's not just about like, yeah, you're a power. Listen, you are a powerhouse. The way you just gave that poem says.
Thank you.
But the fact that you're able to take that power, you are so welcome, and push that out to everybody else who's here listening to you. That's a gift in itself. So I'm saying for everybody who hasn't said it yet, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank
you. It was
you.
incredible. Absolutely incredible. On that incredible note, she just gave me so much energy, we're going to move into our next performer. I am excited to hear him. I've never heard anything from him before. So Stuart, please take it away. Tell us who you are, what you do.
Hello, everybody. My name is Stuart Mitchell. I'm an author. I'm a poet. I'm a human rights and animal rights activist. I'm going to do 4 poems, 2 based on mental health and 2 based on veganism / animal rights. So get ready to be upset with me about that. But the first poem I'm going to do is from my book, There Is Beauty in the Darkness. I wrote this book based on my own experience with depression and anxiety. And I wrote it to help other people that deal with the same issues as well, and to let them understand that they're not alone in their struggles and in their battle, that it is something that takes a toll on many of us, but I'm trying to normalize the conversation. And I'm going to do a poem. It's called Be a Man, because a lot of times men struggle with depression and they're not too open about it, especially men of color, because of the way we've been raised and the things that we've been taught. We're very silent on this issue, and I don't think that we should be anymore. So the first poem is called Be a Man. They say, suck it up and be a man. Well, that's easy to say when you're not the one who mind decays. They place expectations on you so heavy to bear, you want to express your pain, but feel that nobody cares. And society makes you feel like you're soft if you don't take your emotions and just shrug them off. Be a man. But what does it mean? Because even the toughest of men still go through things, but you're expected to stay silent and not express the fears and get them off your chest. They tell you that's not what men do, but we all need someone to vent to. And since the age of 5, they tell you stop crying, hold it all inside and show some pride. They mold you to be tough, but being tough doesn't mean that sometimes you just had enough. Depression and anxiety is scary. It allows your mind to dwell on thoughts that vary from self-hatred, degradation, fears that you won't make it, that you're never good enough and everyone hates you, or you're not being man enough. Damn, it's tough. Sometimes I want to lay down and cry. Did y'all hear me? I said, sometimes I want to lay down and die. But society says, get up and be a man. There's no time for that. There's money to be made, a family to maintain, and bills to be paid. And you must set the best example for your son. Some of us seek refuge through the barrel of a gun. Is that being weak, or did you not give this man a chance to speak? Because since he was a boy, he was always taught that he was a man of emotionless thought. He suppressed his feelings so deep inside that now it's from himself he hides. Now, where is society when all of this happens? And toxic masculinity has you in its inner trappings. And now you fear to show some vulnerability, but all you want is peace and tranquility. Or someone to listen to these dark thoughts your mind possess, all centered around anxiety and stress. Be a fucking man. And all this time I thought we were, or at least until those dark clouds occur. And nobody's there to silence the pain, the thunderstorms that clouds the brain, trying to maintain some shred of sanity without hiding behind the illusion of vanity. Life doesn't come with a manual or guide, and I'm just doing my best to stay alive. Even though there is comfort in death, which seems like the only guarantee of rest, be a man. Some of us are children, some of us men are children that were once lost in the wilderness of life, full of fear, but brave enough to fend off the wolves that typically prey on the young. Some of us are scared to express this. Being a man is facing your fears. Being a man is helping your peers. Being a man is expressing your hurt. Being a man is knowing your worth. Be a man.
Yes.
Sorry, I kept messing. A little nervous. I haven't done these poems in a while.
Wait, you're contradicting yourself. Don't like. It's okay to show vulnerability, right?
No, I mean I get that, but you know, like what I deal with and what people deal with is always a work in progress. Like it's things that I'm working through to be a better version of myself. So it's all, you know. I'm not afraid to be vulnerable, but I'm also very self-conscious and sometimes insecure about myself. And that's, we have to understand that that's normal.
Yeah, it's
most important thing though. Bring yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing, yo. You know what I mean? Don't beat yourself up.
I like that.
It's something I'm working on, brother. Trust me. It's not easy, but thank you. This next one is called "My Anxiety is Trying to Kill Me." I'm just going to jump right into it. My anxiety is trying to kill me. It makes me think that I can't be loved and everyone despises the fact that I exist. My anxiety doesn't want me to have healthy conversations about my well-being. Instead, my anxiety would rather me stay silent and glamorize and glorify the concept of death because my anxiety is trying to kill me. My overthinking is fuel from which my anxiety gains its momentum to systemically destroy every positive thought that enters my subconscious headspace. My anxiety is that wicked family member that keeps the rest of kin away from a relative on their deathbed because there is something to gain from their departure, like money, land, or inheritance, because my anxiety is trying to kill me. My anxiety is right there as I wake every morning to make sure that I live my days full of uncertainty, to make me believe that everyone is mad at me. My anxiety has crippled and paralyzed me into a vegetative state, numb to pleasure, unresponsive to things that might otherwise bring me a sense of self-worth because my anxiety is trying to kill me. Please save any praise or adulation you may have for me because my anxiety has already convinced me that you're full of shit and everything you say is part of some elaborate scheme to fill me with false hope. I mean, who knows better than anxiety, right? My anxiety knows that any boost of assurance only loosens its grip on my confidence. My anxiety is a master at psychological warfare. It is willing to do anything in its power to make sure that I am not empowered by your words and that they go unheard because my anxiety is trying to kill me. My anxiety makes me feel as if I've just run a marathon, except there is no dopamine-induced euphoria or gold medals to be handed out. Instead, my anxiety rewards me with feelings of impending doom and restless nights of insomnia. I guess my anxiety wants me wide awake when it tries to kill me. My anxiety has rendered me powerless and numb to reality because I'm constantly being pulled in two directions, the past and the future. My anxiety wants me to remember every embarrassing and vulnerable moment from my past as it paints images of things non-existent or irrelevant to right now in this present moment because my anxiety is trying to fuck with me before it eventually tries to kill me. My anxiety doesn't want me to live in the now. My anxiety doesn't want me to live at all because my anxiety is trying to kill me.
Oh man.
Bro, I'm leaving, bro. I'm leaving. I'm out.
What? You said my anxiety is full of shit.
Wow.
That line.
Okay, this next one is called "It Does a Body Good." This is like I said, I'm an animal rights activist. I'm a vegan. I try to bring awareness to what happens to animals for the sake of food, fashion, entertainment, and things that we use animals for in our everyday life. So if you're old enough to remember, like I'm 41, And in the 80s, they ran this campaign called Milk, It Does a Body Good. And it would show you these commercials telling you all of the wonderful things milk does for your body. And they would use like these men like sculpted out of stone and these women with these fantastic bodies to push their agenda for milk and the health benefits. But I wrote a poem to pretty much pull back the curtain so that people know what goes into every gallon of milk that you purchase. So this poem is called It Does a Body Good. It does a body good, or at least that's what they said. But whose body are we talking about? Because it seems we've been misled. Once a cow can no longer produce and serve no purpose, they don't cut her loose. They cut her throat and send her to slaughter. Her son becomes veal and a tradition gets passed down to her daughter. It does a body good. Yeah, that's what they said. You were shown images of happy cows, but paid for their suffering instead. For her body, believe it is no joy to be robbed of milk for little girls and boys. For breakfast, cereal, ice cream, cake, or otherwise, do not ignore the suffering inside of her innocent eyes. It does a body good. But for whom, I must ask? Because a lifetime of being impregnated for milk sure seems like a daunting task. To watch as they take the children you bear without a show of compassion or a notion of care. To be treated like a machine doesn't seem like any fun when you should be out grazing grass and basking in the sun, yet you were sent to labor for man's selfish greed to produce a product that us humans don't need. It does a body good. But again, I ask for whom? Imagine if it was you who have been exploited since the womb. Imagine your life being planned before you were born. Imagine what it would be like for your family to be torn, to watch in horror as they kill your kin and realize that your life is about to end. It does a body good. That's the lie that they told. Drink milk for big muscles and healthy, strong bones. Drink milk for calcium and vitamin D. That's what these commercials will have you believe. But milk for us does more damage than help, yet this is a product that they want to sell because it does a body good. Keep believing the lie. The more milk you buy, the more cows have to die. Milk does nobody good. Not her body, not your body, or mine. If it's possible, I want to do one more. I promise I won't be long. This is kind of like a humorous spin on being a vegan activist, just to show you that we're not all angry and we're not all militant. I'm not. So this one is called Annoying Vegan. Yes, I am that annoying vegan your mother warned you about. The one that slips veganism into every conversation to remind you of the catastrophic global devastation of mass-producing cows through artificial insemination. The one that reminds you that tofu didn't die screaming and farmers are still jacking off bulls for their semen. Yes, I am that annoying vegan your mother warned you about. The one that sits next to you on your lunch break to remind you of all the death that sits on your styrofoam plate. The one that stands outside Canada Goose in 0-degree weather to shame you for buying coats made from coyote fur and goose feathers. Yes, I am that annoying vegan your mother warned you about. The one that wears Kale University tees and on occasion you might catch hugging trees. The one that reminds you that eating a little fish once in a while is something I don't condone because commercial fishing still leads to ocean dead zones. Yes, I am that annoying vegan your mother warned you about. The one that reminds you that animals are still being tested on for makeup and other cosmetics to make the most ugly souls appear more photogenic. The one that protests chanting human slaughter is a lie. How many animals have to die? Yes, that annoying vegan your mother warned you about. The one that reminds you that eating animals isn't a personal choice when they murdered the victim and silenced their voice. The one that shows up to hot dog eating contests and other meat eating functions and get a joy out of telling these macho men that eating processed meat causes erectile dysfunction. Yes, that annoying vegan. Yes, the one that gets his protein from quinoa and peas to reduce the chance of another zoonotic disease. The one that tells you live markets are potential breeding grounds for pandemics and they're located in poor brown communities because yes, racism is systemic. Yes, that annoying vegan. Yes, the one that tells you milk is for the babies of abused mother cows and while we feel we're entitled to it, I just don't see how. Yes, I am that annoying vegan your mother warned you about. The one that hollers meat is murder all while I'm feasting on meatless burgers. There is nothing annoying about vegans telling you the truth. Reality for these animals suck and this is the proof. Look, if me being vegan is annoying to your mother, tell her she's just going to have to find a new significant other.
Woo!
Oh man, yo, listen, Stuart, you got me two ways, right? Because I'm not the slimmest guy out here, so I know going vegan could like help me a little bit. And even more so, if eating processed meat leads to erectile dysfunction, I could become a vegan right now, bro. So after this, I'm gonna follow you. We're gonna talk about it all, cause I could stand to lose a couple pounds, and I also don't want to lose that function. You know what I mean?
Facts, cause yo, it took everything in me not to look down after you said that line, bro. Like I was like, you're on camera, don't do it. They gonna know. Like
Jay, nothing can kill your erections. Don't worry about it.
I don't know. The science is out there.
Yeah, I believe it, man. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate this.
No
and
doubt.
everybody's been wonderful so far. I appreciate everybody's contribution so far. Especially Jess was awesome.
You want to drop your handle in the chat?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I run a few pages on Instagram. I'm like all over Instagram. My first page is vigilante_vegan. And then I run a page called There Is Beauty in the Darkness. I'll put them all in the chat. And I started a new Voice for Change. Voice for Change is a group I started to do advocacy for humans and non-humans. And really what it is, it's street activism, but it has the element of performing arts. Like we do poetry, we do spoken word, we do song to bring attention to certain atrocities. I'll leave them all in the chat for you. And again, thank you everyone for listening.
Wow. I don't even want to say anything. I don't think there's anything that can be said afterwards. Or we all just waiting for the information to drop so everybody knows where to go? There's a lot of information needs to be shared here. So thank you, Stuart, for dropping knowledge, for continuously being a source that it seems like everybody can come to and learn some things. We are going to move on to our next poet. I've heard her perform before. She's incredible. She's a light and very soft at the same time, and I appreciate this about her energy. Miss Nicole Danielle, please tell us who you are, what you do, and come bless us.
Thank you. Wow. Wow. All right. My name is Nicole Danielle. I'm an educator, writer. I'm also an author of my first poetry book, Broken Ballads, and I'm just happy to be here. Everyone thus far has been amazing, and I just want to shout out Sam and Jay and also Variations Theater for this platform, and I'll share two pieces. Okay. 11-year union, 16 years altogether. Somewhere these feelings and decisions changed. You say I fell into stormy weather. And I'm not sure I ever felt so alone, cold or numb. I stare at the phone, I can call anyone. But fears choke my words as I slump down. The ground holds me, laid out dormant to the fight. Surrender once an enemy, now the bridge to my destiny. My eyes flooded, I can't see. Kept by the glass house, but shattered pieces expose true power. I am beyond a spouse. The cut refines me of all that can be and will be. Divorce does not end me. I am here to tell it. Imagine those who can't, who surrender, not to emerge, but in despair, with no way out, choking, pleading with air to show sympathy. Body shudders beat the ground while the savior's on your back. Your skin color is wrong, and life as you know it fades to black. And then my second piece is called Empowerment. As I lean against my silky skin, the fresh air cools my internal flare. I am a Black child who belongs here. Fresh linen whips against the breeze. I close my eyes and listen to the beat. arms raised and nestled on my curly hair. I have been here before. Don't be a victim to opinions or despair. So in tune with spirit, my mind lifts me up. From puffs to a brown, beautiful crown on, from puffs to a beautiful crown on this queen, creating boundaries to my serenity, resting on the efforts of ancestry. I enjoy every opportunity of every benefit bestowed. This society cannot destroy me. I am wonderfully made and daily restored. Listen to the melody of my community, coming together, moving as one. So many variations, colors, and tongues. Identity eludes the body, dwelling in the folds of our imagination, celebrating our declaration. As we move forward, our past sways us back. We live and eat in the fields. We bend, flex, and pose to reform and expose the heavy, burdensome plight of every Black person. Who has the strength to hold, the mental capacity to encourage, heal, and nurture us to our souls? Only we can. We are endearing, limitless, visionaries. Our love is revolutionary, and we are evolution, moving relentlessly. Without evidence of success or support, we are stretched beyond measure, and yet we snap back, pivot, and step with no remorse. Thank you.
Oh man, Miss Nicole Danielle, everybody. Miss Nicole Danielle. Nicole, please be sure to drop all of your information in the chat, that tag, your book titles, where we can get all of that goodness. Thank you.
Thank you.
Incredible. No words, just no words. No worries. Go find some more words on her page though. No words for me, but make sure you go find that.
I'll share my handle. It's I'm on Instagram, Nicole Danielle Writes. My book is called Broken Ballads, and I'll put it out there too, and it's on Amazon. And just thank you for this platform.
Beautiful.
That was lovely.
Thank you.
Incredible. Okay, so we're gonna keep it going because we have so much more amazingness for you guys. Melissa, are you ready, love? Yes. I'm not even gonna say nothing. Y'all don't know Melissa like we know Melissa. So you gotta tell them everything, okay? From the top to the bottom.
I thought I was like way later. Sure. Hi. I'm very excited to read tonight. I actually was really lucky. I got to perform earlier this afternoon for a broadcast, and I got to perform a whole set. And that's why I have like makeup on and look kind of like I left the house today. I was permitted to leave the house today. But yeah, so I was excited to be here tonight. Thank you so much for having me. I have two pieces that I'll share, and I'm just gonna read them. Give me one second. Let me sit up. Sorry, like I said, I was not prepared. I thought I was going a little later. Okay. This one is called Red Flag Bandana. I am stitching red flags dropped by those in my past life into a sack. Throw it. Sorry. I am stitching red flags dropped by those in my past life into a sack to hang off a stick. Throw it over my shoulder, hit the road with nothing but my bad bitch attitude and 32 years under my bare feet, standing firm, toes washed from the dirt of yesterday. I am kicking rocks, dirt, dust, leaving. These souls are going to take me up and down, over and under, mountains and valleys, trails, miles long away from I was, and the people who left scars on my heart and wrists. Each step a battle to keep my Libra scales level with horizon. Every mile forward sheds another ounce of me. This journey is heavy. Sun bakes my skin from mud to vase, holds everything I cross in my travels. When there is a moment to rest, I pour it all out. place every piece of journey in my lap. Roll it in my hands, put it in my mouth, sift through lead pellets and empty vials, grass clippings and pocket lint. Discern the jewels from the trinkets, the maps from the scraps, and weigh what can be burned. Thank you. As Jeffrey very rudely interrupts. Hi, buddy. All right, I got one more for y'all. Thank you so much. Where'd it go? Here we go. All right. This one is called I Am Everywhere. Bull in china shop, a mess, scattered. I joke that it makes up for all the years women were not allowed to take up space. I spent 25 doing my best to make myself smaller and quieter before I got fatter and somebody thought it was a good idea to hand me a microphone. My wardrobe once black and my handbag small, now I am tie-dye. My backpack rivals the Breakfast Club. Yeah, I always carry this much shit in my bag, man. You never know when you may have to jam. I think about running away. Then I'm told my mess, my honesty are sunshine that I help people get out of bed. And I'm stopped in my tracks. Most people would see that as a challenge, as pressure to be, but I just wake up and I am. So I stay put. Chances are you'll find my shoes long before you'll see me in a room. My voice will always beat me through a threshold when I am not being a shoulder. In a crowd of denim and black, I am yellow, paisley, and pastels, barefoot on the floor. I am ubiquitous and was once full of apology until I realized that the ocean never once said it was sorry for roaring or making waves. Thank you. Jeffrey didn't feel like he was getting enough attention.
Shoulder kitty.
Thank you, friends. I appreciate the moment to read.
Oh God, she's so precious. Look, she's just sitting there. She's like perched.
Hi, Jeff.
Oh, it's a he. He's so precious.
That's okay.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Jeff.
That's great.
Thank you for having us. I appreciate it. I don't have a book. I'm not that exciting, but I do have a website. I'll drop it in the chat for anybody that wants to check out some of my stuff. Thanks.
So next we have Bailey. She is she's a poet. She's a journalist. She is another Bukowski fan. She is just an all-around great human being. And I'm excited to hear what she is gonna do for us tonight. So Bailey, I want to shut up, so please take over and do your thing.
Okay, it's gonna be a little weird because I've got two people behind me too. So now I'm like saying poetry while people are behind me. Can I also, with one of these, I'm gonna read two, but can I also share my screen with one of these?
Can we?
I think whoever is the host just has to allow me to do that, but just like, I'll read the other one.
Yeah, I put multiple participants can share simultaneoly.
Okay, cool.
Good.
Cool, great. Yes, so this first one is called I Became You, or I've Got Gills. So I'll just start. Sure, I had baggage full of muddy tires and closed fists that fell out as I was lifting it into the overhead compartment, hit me in the cheek, and for days after, even a makeup brush was too much. I used force on an object that gives, not gifts, barbed wire tattoos. Kept my toothpaste and toothbrush and found a new parking spot for my car in a ditch on a dirt road. But out that tiny window, rivers like vessels, carrying the much needed oxygen for me, for fish. Teach me to fish, for men. Isn't that what Jesus was? But he called himself Jesus. He twists his hair until he had a bald spot. Bald spot turned into bald man. Confederate flags for Cuban food. He pushed and I pushed back. This would become a recurring theme, my MacGuffin. He talked like he had a bar of soap in his mouth. Too much booze, too many bubbles, their rainbow slick hinting at poison. Put me under a spell, and I yelled constantly, I love you. But it came out as, you're a piece of shit. He was, but I didn't need to remind him. A trip to Belize left him her scarf and a note to me, you should get out while you're ahead. I was never ahead. Never really behind either. He saw me sink under black beans, but I think he was so mad because I've got gills. I begged for a nickel outside of South Ferry subway, only so he could try to drown me in the water that pools on the tracks. Chip bags, half cigarettes, and rat shit, tooth and nail stuck in my teeth, even 24 hours in jail, under my fingernails. I became like you. They say don't play to the level of your opponent. Miss Basket's there. But they say that because it happens. No one wants to rub it in that you are so much better. So like playing with a child, you drop the ball until you stub your toe on it. Air to flesh, to salt, to stone. Like the sky meets the water. Different, but ostensibly the same to those looking from a distance. Okay, that was that one. Thanks. Peanut gallery behind me. Okay, let me just find this other one. Sorry, I should have had this pulled up already. But some of y'all have heard this before, at least the people behind me have heard this before, and probably some others. Okay, I'm just gonna share my screen here. Can everybody see that? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Great. This is called The Last Disorder on the List. I've become attached to the butterfly in my throat. I'm losing a part of myself, literally losing a part of myself. This isn't a goddamn metaphor. They are removing the butterfly from its natural habitat. Could they put it in a jar? Could they poke holes in the top? It is one thing and then it is another. After it builds a silk casket, death, chrysalis, it turns into fucking goo. The goo then starts reorganizing itself into one of the most beautiful, fragile creatures we know. It would be nice now if instead of all these skulls and lyrics, I had a tramp stamp to remind me that darkness is a painter. Sometimes. I worry though, because the metaphor isn't exactly right. The butterfly is coming out. A wing and a scalpel feel nearly the same, and leaving a small caterpillar at the hollow of the throat. It could have been hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism, thyroiditis, goiter, just plain old nodules, but instead, it's the last disorder on the list of disorders on Wikipedia. Cancer. Do you know what it feels like to spend a week straight, 4 days, 4 hours a day, WebMDing a disease that turns out you actually have? It feels fantastic. You tell yourself, I told you so. I told me I was not a hypochondriac. I was Catholic. I have had many gods and no gods. Go back up to line 6. I was hungover every Sunday for more than a decade. I do very little honoring. I've lied, stole, coveted, cheated on tests and testosterone. I am definitely still having premarital sex. So yes, I understand that this is my punishment, although his metaphor seems off too. And that's that.
Yeah, man, I love that one. I love the go back up to line 6. It's so fucking awesome.
Thank you.
Because the entire poem was like, what is she gonna do? What? I'm not gonna lie, you caught me. I love that.
Nice.
Holy shit, that was incredible, Bailey. I think that's the first time I've actually had the chance to hear you read. That was dope. Oh my gosh.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
Bailey, tell us where they can find you, if you have any upcoming projects, anything you want to put on blast real quick.
Oh boy, like really nothing. I mean, I deleted all my social media apps off my phone. So even if you found me there, I would never respond, or I wouldn't respond very soon. But on social media, my Instagram is probably where I check the most, and I'm Blurred World. I'll put it in the chat. Sometimes post poetry there and pictures and stuff. But otherwise, yeah, no, just doing my thing.
Thank you, Bailey.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So up next, we have Jen. Some of us know her by Squeaks. She is a poetess. She's an artist. She's my friend. I love her.
I love you too.
Yes, do your thing. Oh, and also really, I'm sorry, Jen, really quick. I know I'm like looking down and I'm looking at my phone and I'm like texting Val and Sam and just trying to make sure everything is like running smoothly. I am paying attention. I swear I'm locked in. I'm listening. So I just didn't want you guys to think I'm not like paying attention because I am. Everybody's been terrific. Thank you again. And I'm gonna shut up. So Jen, you do what you do.
I never want you to shut up. Big shout out to your fro today, because you already know. You already know.
Jen.
I got Shaq. Okay. So y'all know that I'm always super short, right? And today is the full moon. So and it was requested of me to do something not sad. So look at your face, Shaq. I can't. Why do I only see you now?
Shout out to TJ.
He said hi.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
As you should, sir.
Okay. This is called Bloodline. So mind you, I've only ever read this once. So it's pretty new. So just bear with me. Hips sway with the power of ocean tides. Lightning strikes the pavement with each heavy footstep. The force of my ancestors propel me forward with savage intensity and gentle guidance. It's in my blood to be a poetic anomaly. Romanian gypsies dance in the soles of my feet. Taino roots strong in my gut branch out through arms raised to sun. Holocaust night terrors. Keep eyes opened wide during sleep. Endure the hurt to see my history. Guayas River settled at the beds of each nail. From fingers reaching mountaintops to toes firmly planted in port. It is in my blood to howl at the moon and holler prayers loud enough to quake all of the earth's dirt. Feral instincts always causing resistance to ordinary love. Hereditary mixes seek clarity and cause catastrophe simultaneously. Wild woman protected by calm disguise. It is in my blood to get drunk off sunsets and to get lost in nighttime skies. They are pulling my ribs downward to bring my knees into the grass, grounding. They are putting sunflowers in my hair and gnarled but soothing hands over my eyes, reviving. Spirits pushing my water-filled lungs to breathe, my blue lips to speak, keeping my feet forward to avoid the crash. When the wreckage is unavoidable, pulling me through the aftermath. It is in my blood to set mundane on fire, revel in the flames, and then swallow its ash. And that's that piece.
Woo! Yeah!
Yeah. She said, say it with your chest. That's what she said. Say it with your chest.
Thank you. Sam, look at your beautiful face. I miss you.
I miss you too, honey. It's so good to see you.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sending you lots of hugs. Until I can get a really big one in person.
Yes. We need a person hug very, very soon. Thank you, guys. I'm just like I said, I'm just the one piece. We'll go now.
You want to tell them where they can find you? And
yeah. Okay, so you can find me at finding.falula. I'll put it in the chat. And there's a link in my bio if you want some merch. I'm about to update the store real soon. I got a few requests. I didn't forget about you, Shaq.
Ooh.
I told you I got you.
Find her at finding.
Find her at
That's
finding.
poetry right there.
Yo, Jen, before you go, can
Yeah.
you just say your catchphrase for me? For everybody.
But you gotta say something that makes me say it. I can't just say it.
I can say it because she said some shit.
See,
I like that shit.
I
You
like
know
that
how much
shit.
I like that shit, Sam? That you the first person that ever I liked that shit back at me when I said it, doing it live.
When they both like that shit, that's just fire. You know what I mean?
I like that shit. It's just all right. I love you guys so much, and everybody has been incredible. Y'all some real talented people in here, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Oh man, she's such a vibe.
Facts.
Right.
Oh man. Tonight's been pretty great. So who do we have? Okay, so the next person that we have up next, her name is Danielle, and she will be a monologue or a song. So I'm excited.
Let's get some music. I love this.
I mean, I could sing for you, but I had a monologue.
We could do a monologue too.
Monologue.
There you got for us.
A real monologue.
So I want to say that, like, I know everybody is seeing me looking here, but that's because y'all are here and my camera's here. Cool. So I'm not like ignoring you, passively looking out the window. But yeah, I'm gonna do what everybody else is doing and put the art first, and then introduce myself a little more. But the monologue I had for you is Normal by Lily Tamar. And then I haven't sang in a while, but we're gonna see about that. Okay. Anyway, first question, right, is what is normal? You know, because I think I'm normal and nobody else does. And what qualifies as normal? Like I'm sorry I don't knit and sing all the fucking time. Like I'd rather write on my blog about society's absence of magic schools. I'd rather send like Amelia Dale letters just threatening her dog. I mean, I should say like Fluffy's life, you know what I mean? Like okay, like this one time, right? This one time I'm cutting my hair in the girls' locker room, and this girl walks in, and she calls me a friendless anorexic psycho. And I'm sorry, like what part about that makes me a friendless anorexic psycho? I'm pretty sure I was just cutting my hair. And I don't know, hair gets long, you know, you have to cut it. And so what if I was using a knife, you know? So I went up to her and I took the knife and I cut a piece of her hair off because nobody calls me that. I mean, the friendless and anorexic I'm used to, but but I mean, the psycho? No fucking way. That's monologue.
That was amazing.
That was fantastic.
It's
scary as hell.
I like that.
So thank you, Sam. I needed that. Let me put my thing to the side. My name is Danielle, but you can call me Danny. It's Hebrew. I'm a first-generation Russian-speaking American Jew. I'm very proud of where I come from and my background. I'm an actor first, and I haven't gotten to audition in a while, and I haven't gotten to do my favorite monologue in a while, which is that one, because it doesn't I don't know, lets me be free, you know? But when I'm not acting, I am a very multidisciplinary person, so it's really cool to see so many multidisciplinary people in the room. I am a director, I am a writer, I run an ensemble performing company based in New York City. We are called the Pressure Players. Check us out. We are spelled the way we sound. Check my profile out at Danny Kogan actor, Danny with an I, spelled the way it sounds, because I'm not clever like that. Not yet anyway. The company is pretty cool. We're always looking for like new collabs and like new voices. Our whole spiel is that it's very local. And so far what we've done is we've published 2 radio plays, one devised, one national, like from another state, with a playwright who is now like gaining notoriety and all that fun stuff. So we like to say we find them first. We wrote a crowdsourced short film where we literally took like 30 random sentences submitted across the United States and like tied that into a script, which we filmed into something that's going to come out this spring. The point of it all is to make sure the artists get paid and get the respect they deserve, because we got tired of the industry abuse, and there's so much of it, so many bad vibes. So what we do is we pay our artists. There's not one artist that hasn't been paid for our projects, and we pay in perpetuity, which is, I'll talk to you more about that. Hit me up if you want to know more about that. We have one more thing coming to close out our first season. It's true, exactly. Exposure don't pay bills. I'm so glad I'm not the only one that says that. We have one more radio play coming before we go. I feel like I'm talking too long and too much. I apologize, but it's global. We've gone global as a company, which is kind of cool. It's like local voices have gone global together, and so we've worked with variations in the past, and you know, that's my company and a little bit about me. I like global stories of all kinds, universal truths. That's my thing. Also, I will like, you know, I'll compensate a hug, but like you can't pay people with a hug. I appreciate hugs. I'm like an affectionate person. You know what I mean? All right, I've been talking too much. I'm gonna mute myself. Thank you for your time and creating this space.
Oh man, I love you, dude. So much heart.
Amazing.
You're great.
He is dope. Danielle, please drop all of that in the chat. Every single part of that goodness.
Everything you just said.
I'm gonna drop it from the alt Danny thing that I have. So that's
all the things. I'm interested to see what that's about. Congratulations, finally. I mean, going global is a huge thing, and it's
thank you.
No,
we're really because we're so multilingual. Like Russian's my first language, and then it's English, and we have lots of people from lots of like.
That's so beautiful.
Like it's like a really like first gen. It was started by a lot of like first gen immigrant people, you know.
I love it. I love all the parts of it. Amazing. We're gonna move on and give you more amazingness. Jerome is gonna drop a poem for us. Jerome, are you ready to go? Jerome.
Hey, I'm here. My bad.
All right. Here we go. Turn the camera on, sir. Tell us who you are, what you about.
Hey, people.
What you got for us.
Oh, check it out, right? Feel me? Hey, okay. My name is Jerome. My first name is Jerome. My last name is Hackett. Nice to see all of y'all. Y'all are so inspiring. I'm gonna buy all y'all books and give y'all all my money and shit like that. Yes, I have a poem. Southside, nah, I mean Big Queen. You feel me?
Nah, I mean
Big Hecka. You know, for those that don't know me, I'm just a little bit ratchet. You know,
as you should be.
Feel me? Shout out to my boy Shaquem.
I'm here for it.
It's the whole government. But go ahead, brother man.
Feel me?
Yeah, chill on the government, yo. Chill out.
Hey, my boy Will. What the fuck? Yo, this is nice. It's
good, baby.
Will. Hey, Jen.
Yeah.
That was very fire, by the way. This is great. You know, I love this. All right. Whatever you hear in this poem, I promise I'm okay. Okay. I know I'm not supposed to do it again, but I have an itch. I'm broken. How ironic, I need a fix. It's a feeling I truly miss. When I take this hit, it's either hit or miss. I'm not afraid, so I won't flinch. I want to see stars and release the glimpse. I've been on the fall over and over again. I'd rather trip. It's a vacation of sorts, no fancy place or resort, just a place where my thoughts are amplified. I try not to rely on it, said I found myself, then I lost it. My fault is I always find a new vice. Creature of habit is nothing I won't do twice. I'm reactive, not passive. To get past this, I've adapted, did acid, never asked if the things I added to my coping mechanism made me an addict. I'm in the basement, not the attic, seeing the night sky on the ceiling. Might cry for my feelings, might hide, I'm revealing too much. My whole life I've been called emotional. Y'all told black men to be vulnerable. Now y'all want us to be too tough. Stay back, I'm not the one to touch, especially when I'm on my shit, especially when I get like this. Suicidal, might slit my wrist. Homicidal, don't get me pissed. I might fight you, just get me lit. It's like, I say things for the hell of it on psychedelics, it does the trick. Gravity be fucking me up, I've had enough, I keep falling over and over again. I'd rather trip. Not to escape reality, just see it differently. To change my mind, even if it's chemically. Going through something mentally, I'm not as okay as I pretend to be. I break day. Every time I want to break down, I speak to myself when no one else can tell. I made a sound, I fight my shadow. We box for rounds. I talk myself up, but lately we need Nicole to talk me down. I'm on the ground, scarred face, stuck between a rock and a hard place, able to tell you how the tar tastes. I partake in this as part atheist, part believer in dreams. Right now, my mind is racing, recreating things that I've seen in a way serene. It's all that I wanted. I never fronted. It's going through a gauntlet, exploring my subconscious because I said I wouldn't do it again. But I have an itch. I keep on falling as if it's some sort of calling. I'd rather trip. Yes.
Okay.
Let's go.
You right here, right? Okay.
I gotta say one thing, right? I know maybe a lot of you don't know, right? But I'm in a wheelchair and it is really hard for me to trip, but I want to trip now. I want to trip.
Fucking trip, you know what I mean?
Hey, stop, bro.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
I want to ask you, man, have you ever thought about like putting a beat behind that one? Like putting music to it?
I haven't.
I feel like that would sound really good to like music. I don't know. Yeah, that one specifically, yeah.
It might. You feel me? If you got something in mind, hit your boy.
I don't know.
He plays the guitar.
I've been learning guitar, but
and harmonica. It's like a
I'm not sure if
two-man
it's
band.
like, you know, rap and poetry, like, you know, like it's not really written in a rap format, you know, like with the amount of syllables and you feel me, and the beat and shit like that.
What I think he meant though is like still do it poetry, but just have music behind it.
Hey, Shaq, if you with the shits, I'm with the shits.
You see this, right?
I heard collab. I heard the collab.
Release the EP.
Okay, I like that.
Thank y'all for fucking with your boy.
Love to see it.
You know what
Right?
I mean?
And if you're looking for beats, somebody in here, I'm not going to shout him out, but somebody in here make beats.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to put him on the spot. I'm going to let him speak for himself. But he knows I'm talking to him. He makes beats, and if y'all need a beat, y'all should talk to him.
Somebody send me a beat. I got room for one more. All right, so I just shared this one for anyone that don't know your boy. I'm Jerome Hecker. This is my government name up here, but don't mind that. But I'm Jerome Hecker, and I be sharing poem videos and stuff every so often, like weekly.
Go ahead, Byron.
And that's crazy, Shaquem. And yes, in this one I personified misery. Yeah. So I was like, I know this girl. She always wants me to come over. I sit on the opposite side of the couch. She says, come closer. Console her. Says, I know what I'm here for. Come stroke her. Her throat just makes it hard for me to say no. We love to do things we shouldn't. That's our basic building block. Word to Legos. I paid for it in the morning when I leave feeling like shit. She likes BDSM, I'm whipped. No one dressing, she strips. One time she asked me what I like, and I said, this. I'm strong, but not strong-willed, just fit. That makes me the perfect fit. She says, take my anger out on her and don't raise a fist. With a dangerous encounter, but it's lit. As surprising as it is, she never makes me smile. We're both messy, adding to each other's piles. Bad company when she says come and come for me every time she dials. Pursues me hungrily, she's on a prowl. If I say no, I do her foul. I'm not special, just the most willing participant. My homies see I'm drained, but she's thick, so I'm caught in the thick of it. She's toxic, but tastes good like licorice. I be licking it, tells me what to do, I be listening. Puts in her order, I'm delivering. Straight to her, no middleman. High self-esteem, but craves a little belittling. It seems I'm a missionary on a mission, putting in work to the mission ends. And I swear I know her like the back of my hand. But she never told me her name. Just shrouded in mystery. Bad for me, but loves my company. I call her misery. You know, and that's some 2 poems we're gonna share. Thank y'all for welcoming.
You talking your shit, bro.
That was fucking awesome. Oh
I got a
man.
number. Yo, man, 5555555.
Yeah, I feel like you've got that number.
You know me.
He's dial over here.
Hey, Big Hecka, make sure you drop all that information in the chat for us.
Yes.
Make sure you look out for Hecka Wednesdays. That's what that fire. That's all that
Yes,
fire.
Hecka Wednesdays.
That's right.
Thank you, Sam.
Listen, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. So listen, check in, tap in, get into it because y'all see it. Y'all see. I didn't have to say nothing. Y'all see it. Jerome, drop it one more time because you sent it to me.
That's crazy.
Send it to me. You send it to me. It's all good. We're gonna move on to our next performer, who is such an amazing individual, and I'm so glad that he agreed to perform for us. Brian, please talk to the crowd. Tell them what you do. Who y'all?
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's good to see everybody. Everybody who's went so far has been amazing. I have 2 pieces. This first one I wrote is called Shadow Work. Every Saturday, I pick myself up from the train station. I have been working one job in the city. I have been working one job on the island and one in the city. It's too expensive to live here. Learning how to send your shadow to work sounds like a neat trick until you find out everyone who lives here has figured out how to perform it or lest they starve. I have been recording others' shadows for a while now. I keep a film library of every last one of them. The way the light beams off of them translates into the darkness they bring with them as they walk. I need to learn how to look back every once in a while, interrogate my shadow, and find out how we can work together. We are all we've got now, and when the future gets here, we'll still be all we have. Hopefully by then, I have looked back enough to know my shadow so we can confidently stand apart together as one. That was one piece. Thank you all. And shout out to JC and Sam for hosting a great event with an awesome turnout as always. This other piece I wrote this morning when I woke up. And
no shit.
Yeah. Called Hive Mind.
No shit.
A hornet nest has awoken. The gilded honeycomb calm of the morning shattered. Wasps of doubt swirl in my skull. My racing thoughts sprout wings and carry me away. The entire week flies by in my field of vision, and I have yet to take my first step. It's been a mixed bag of stripes, some days black, others yellow. I have learned to live between the lines. On the days that sting strongest, I remain impenetrable to the untrained eye, bruised black, wishing for yellow on the inside. So those are my 2 pieces. The thing that I have been spending quarantine doing to keep me sane, besides great Zooms like this with great people, is making digital collages, which has been weird. And I don't know, there's something strange, but I made a shit ton of them. If you guys want to look at them, I'll drop my Instagram handle in the chat. It's at bgarrity89. And it's a pleasure reading and getting to talk to all of you. And I look forward to hearing everybody. And thank you for everyone performing.
Yay, right. And his collages are freaking awesome.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
I am in total agreement and concur. Thank you, Brian, for sharing some of your amazingness. To keep that amazingness going, we have somebody else who's very special to me also, and also a super dope poet. Richie, please come to the stage. The virtual.
Yeah.
Let's go, Rich.
Oh my God, all y'all are in one place? I'm tripping. Like, what the fuck's going on?
They said that they're having a COVID threesome, but they said they're vaccinated.
Wow. It's a spreader event, you know what I mean?
All right, y'all. Yo, this has been inspirational. I can't wait to write when this all is done. As usual, I gotta have mental health content. I think about suicide a lot, my own, others. Friends have taken their own lives, so it affects me a lot. I'm a mental health counselor as well. One of the things that pisses me off the most is when somebody takes their life and their family sweeps it under the rug and says that the person committed, had a heart attack or had an aneurysm. And all through that person's life, they swept it under the rug, and their last opportunity to say something and to make an impact, they don't do it, you know? This one's more about my own suicidal ideation. I lost interest in magic when I was 17, and maybe faith in God too. Was lost inside the familiar, high school hallways, at the dining room table, in my attic bedroom, where I wondered if a jump from one of the windows would be fatal, and which driveway would I choose. Something, and it was not bravery or strength, kept me alive. Not even poetry can describe it. So let it be a mystery, this dumb endurance that keeps some of us here while others go. I call on God still, even after all his betrayals, to fill in the godless places like cork. It's not enough to make things appear and disappear. No, let's see you keep them here.
Your words always like I need to sit with them.
Yours too, Sam.
Every time I see your stuff on Facebook, I'm like, wow. Holy shit.
So this is another piece about my journey. I think it's educational for us to talk about depression and anxiety, try to put words on it, try to make people feel, you know, I don't believe people can feel exactly, you know, being in our shoes with things, but we still have to make that, you know, language is always inadequate, right? So we still got to try to put words on things. Hey there, you, shattered in 1,000 pieces, weeping in the darkest night. Hey there, you, trying to stand up on your own 2 feet and stumbling through the sky. Have I come out the womb too many times? It seems to me I got more births than rhymes, lived more lives than stray felines. Yes, y'all, I try to crawl between landmines. I jump like a polygraph needle or mercury during an Indian summer, higher than a church spire, lower than a bummer. I thought I was a prophet. I thought I was a piece of shit, eternal, mortal, strolled at a pulsing portal. They use my body as a beaker, a witch's cauldron. I go low like Cousteau, I fly like Aldrin. Been lower than whale shit, fetal position for days. Mom telling me God is good and this is only a phase. So many milligrams, they're gonna kill a man. Spin the wheel, how you feel? They don't give a damn. You a rat in a maze, a hamster on a wheel. Seen better days, better years, your better deal. I'm beyond lost, but the fam supports. Without them, it's back to the ward. Ain't no sunshine, only darkness. Ain't no sunshine, only darkness every day. My mind's like a nail bomb, it's gonna explode. You cram to understand me, like the Da Vinci Code. You ask if I'm a threat to myself or others. Is this a trick question? Stupid motherfuckers. I'ma act normal, whatever that means, playing fake scenes and routines, cause I inherited blue jeans. But delusions of grandeur hitting them damn sure that I'm Rakim and Whitman combined. I don't need a cure. A few days later, cocooned in my bedroom, burnt out, lost another bout. This cloak has conquered me. Seems to be just a dream for me that'll ever get beyond mediocrity. SSD got me thinking restlessly. Is this the best of me or can I change my destiny? Cause I fell on black days. I fell on black days. It takes a couple of weeks to level and say peace to the devil. Out of bed, out of my damn head, but still a rebel. I could get with this or I could get with that. Lithium making me feel flat and get fat. Fuck that. One cap instead of two. Now I'm ahead of you. Superheroes don't sleep, but yo, peep the residue. I'm back on the roller coaster. Bought a ticket. Fuck with the meds. Gotta duck the feds. Paranoid, enough said. Let me stay in the bed. Just a loser, but they choose to reach out again instead. I'm furious with God. What the fuck are you doing? I'm in a world of shit. Did you plot my ruin? With a gun or a noose or a 12-story jump, this suicide note could be the last thing I ever wrote, and I quote, the pain just got to be too much, end quote. I'm a reverse alchemist. I turn gold to shit, but I get knocked down and stand up and take another hit. I saw the devil today. He said, damn, you ain't dead yet? I said, nah, motherfucker, I got things to say I ain't said yet.
Oh, man, I love that one so much.
I'm a reverse alchemist. I turn gold to shit.
Time.
Yeah, nah, that reverse alchemist line. I was like, oh yeah, nah. Put that on.
This man's a wordsmith, bro. For real.
No, Rich, I had to mute myself because I love that fucking poem. And I was like, yo, they don't need to hear me. They need to hear this man. I love that fucking poem, bro.
I know, we were all saying it.
Well, I love you all. And nothing hypes me more than looking out in the crowd and when people know, you know, some of my lines and sing along and shit. Thank you for this opportunity. Y'all are just a fucking dynamic duo. So, you know, when I heard y'all were hosting, I got to be in it, you know. Everybody's been great. I'll drop my info in the chat. Much love to everybody.
It took everything in my power not to hit that unmute button and yell, run that shit back. Like, yo.
Nah, from that Buzz Aldrin line, I knew it was over. I never heard this poem before, but that's all I needed.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. I'm like, oh, everybody's hyping this poem. Let me hear this. And I heard the singing. I was like, oh, he about to kill it. Anytime somebody sing before a poem, just sit back, relax, and just.
I never hype my book, so I'm actually going to put the title of my book in there. About time.
Yes, yes. Put all of the goodness in there. All of it. I like it also to be known that it is an absolute love language when your friends repeat the words of your poems while you're performing it. So we appreciate y'all. As poets, it's a beautiful thing to look out and see it. Okay. Oh my goodness. Incredible. Yo, I'm floored. I'm fucking floored. I just can't even. Okay, I'm just gonna move on because like I said, I like to sit with his work. Okay. Z is up next. Z, are you here and ready to go, beloved?
Hello. How y'all doing?
Good.
What up, Z?
What's good? I'm over here. I was listening to Jill because Jill always makes me happy. And I've been listening to everybody too. Y'all are dope, bro. This nigga had bars. I was like, wait a minute. What? I wasn't expecting this at all. But I hope everybody's having a wonderful night. Excuse the hyper. I'm kind of tipsy. The Snoop Dogg wine got me right. But anywho, my name is Z. Nomad is the gang. I do rap and I do poetry. Originally from Mississippi, but I'm currently located in Florida, aka they mad that Trump lost Ville. Yes, yes. So I wrote a poem today, so y'all won't see me. I'm gonna read it from my phone, and then I will read a poem from my book that I dropped last Sunday called Black Women Only, a celebration of us. So this first piece is about the wonderful, beautiful, but somewhat annoying Black History Month. And I couldn't really think of a title, so I just called it Black History Month. The day before it ends, it's only right if I write something about you. The illustrious, strong Mr. BHM. Smoother than cocoa butter on my baby's skin, the rhythm, the rhyme, the ambiance that you were laid upon those who wish for you to be no more, the power and determination, the advantage you give to those seeking to cash in on racial monetization, 365 Black, the most searched, the Black beyond measure, but y'all ain't beyond making money off of our trauma and triumphs, but we let y'all. So who's to blame? It's just business, supply and demand. We supply y'all with the culture, and the Karens and Todds of the world demand their own little piece of us to put on their TikTok or on their playlist. Maybe wear Fenty to go with their Kate Spade. Suicide is the game I play with every day, because walking out that door in this country is a death sentence that I face with no fear. The targets on my back were ordained by the master, and the universe has crafted me with the powers of my ancestors to say, fuck you, Black History Month. I'm sorry, Mr. BHM. You want to know why you got the shortest month of the year? Because you wasn't supposed to make it to 25 or 16 or 12 or at all. But just by chance, you do. We'll just give you 3 years as a warranty. I don't need you to tell me my position on this earth, because yours was given to you. My Black is infinite. A month ain't shit to me. And that's that piece. Whew.
I'm just unmute and stare into the camera. I ain't gonna say shit.
This next piece is called, like I said, it's from my book. So I have 12 poems in the book. So I'm gonna give y'all a freebie, but y'all gotta pay for the other 11. And that's how that goes. I haven't done this one in a while. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one. This one's called Loose Change. In your pocket, sitting on your counter, maybe in your cup holder, pennies, dimes, nickels, change makes dollars. And if you save enough, you might just be able to buy something, chocolate, a cute outfit, maybe a house. But all the dollars don't make sense when you can't buy what you're searching for. Like a child whose innocence is lost. Like a mother who watches her children fall so close from her reach, just searching for a new life, a new beginning in the midst of pain. Why must my pain be your profit? Why must my heart shrink? Why must my memory be your bank of choice? Why must I feel this, the child that never blossomed, the names, the beatings, the screaming, the police, the hiding, the pain? Why must my weakness be your Oscar nomination? Celie, Michelle, Patsy, Rose, the list of battered, abused sisters rise like a river, only to see their story told as a tear-jerking experience meant to show what it means to be a Black woman. But why pain? This forced strength, this gruesome past, this constricting perseverance to love regardless, to forgive and move on, to be the shoulder full of tears that aren't even my own in your pocket, maybe even in your drawers, in a secret box next to the TV, all this hurt, strife, grief for you, for them, I hide like loose change. And that's that piece.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But yeah, if I have the time, do you mind if I freestyle? Because that's like a signature of mine. So is that okay with the people? Alrighty. So whatever comes out of my mouth is literally off the top of my head. So here we go. As I look at this screen, and I was listening to Jill before I even came upon, I keep is playing, and she's talking about keeping her resilience and her happiness and her power and her strength. But sometimes we don't want to keep. Sometimes we just want to sit. Sometimes we just want to pray without praying for others. We just want to pray for ourselves, but we can't do that. No. Black women, we have to be the strong, independent Black woman that don't need no man, Tyler Perry bullshit they done fed to these kids, to these girls, to my sisters, my cousins. I remember sitting at my cousin's house and they was trying to teach me the new dances because Sierra 1-2 step was in the playlist, and I was trying to catch it, but 3-4 didn't add up. See, I didn't have any rhythm. All I had was my words, but words don't mean nothing when it doesn't fit with the crowd, when it doesn't fit with the it. So I became a but in this conjunction, and my function didn't fit with the rest of them, but it's okay. I grew up and I just kept writing. I just kept rambling. See, that's the first book I put out. I felt something incredible, but you know how Amazon is. They don't let you have all the pieces. So I had to branch out on my own. So this one, I'm gonna do something different. Black women only. And the inspiration came from, coincidentally, Tyler Perry for Colored Girls. And I saw those monologues and I just lost it. I was like, whoa, these words, this power, this strength, this resilience, it's ours. And we own it. Nobody is trying to force us. Nobody is trying to take it. It's just us. And we love us fiercely. And we stand up to any man or woman or child or whoever it may be that tries to say that we are nothing more than mammies and Jezebels and all the other bullshit that they done fed in history. No, we are Black women only. Because we are the beginning and the end. Check your facts, bruh. Earliest humanoid, Ethiopia. Guess who it be? It be me. And like my boy LGB says, she be woman, she be queen. So I wear this skin proudly because my crown you may not see, but you feel it every time I walk in the room. You hear it every time I spit. You watch it every time my hips move. And whether it be for you or for her, mostly for her, because dude, it ain't really for you, but it's okay. Because at the end of the day, I am a Black woman first. Before all the other labels, I am a Black woman first. And if you don't give a damn, who gives a damn? Because like I always say, without us, without me, there would be no you. So I keep. Miss that one.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was amazing.
Thank you. Y'all can follow me on Instagram. I'll put it all up in there. And y'all can cop the book. The link is in the bio on Instagram. I really, really appreciate the platform. Everybody was amazing. I wasn't expecting to hear monologues. That was fun to hear. I got the harmonica and everything. It was beautiful. It was just a beautiful event to be a part of. And yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much for bringing light to those very, very important aspects of being a Black woman. As a Black woman, I'm gonna say thank you, sis. Really and truly, I appreciate you.
For sure. Always, girl. I got you, boo. I got you.
Super excited to go cop that book too. Thank you for the freebie. Now I don't mind paying for the rest of it, honestly. So I was like, oh, okay, this is for me, just me only. Okay, I like that. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next poet. We have Cam coming to the stage. Please remember to flex. Tell us all that it is that you do. Who are you? What are you bringing? What are you blessing the world with these days?
Hey, y'all.
What up, kid?
What's going on?
Hey.
Yeah, they keep pressing me about plugging myself, so I'm gonna make sure I do it. How y'all doing? My name is Cameron Keon Sykes. I'm a poet, photographer, editor, author, storyteller, aspiring husband, and exhausted retail worker. If you haven't known, I've been on a little break for a while. This is the first performance I've done probably like 3 months. I've just been spending time, learning to love myself and learning to love art again. But I've been doing a lot of writing in that time. And I got 2 pieces for y'all. If I have time, I have 2 pieces for y'all. This first one, it's a revision I did. If any of y'all know Lilo or Alyssa Martinez, she wrote a poem called Weak. And this is my response to that, called Strong. So we're gonna get into it. You know, as a man, people love to tell me how strong I am, and it never felt right. Even as a kid, learning to love came second only to learning how to fight. When I turned 5, I watched my brother leave my family behind, watched his frustration and fury push him out the door. At 8, I was forced to wonder what can make a man abandon his mother. At 12, I vowed to never grow up a boy like my brother, but at 13, I believe little black boys like us don't get to grow up anyways. Tell me how strong I am. See, at 16, I fell in love for the first time. Then at 17, my hypermasculinity led me to crush a young girl's dream. It was a true love type thing. See, God made me, saw my imbalance, took a rib and gave me you. And I turned that you and me into we with juvenile dreams and fantasies of a family, but I bit off more than I could chew. In fact, I saw you as food. I thought I could have not 1 plate, but 2. I broke you in 2, and who knows something more painful than a man with a shattered rib? The only thing that I found is a man who's left without it. Tell me how strong I am. 18 through 21, I fought with the idea of love, constantly losing battles with my mind. I could not find a real definition for it. Everything I thought I knew about love was taught to me in a bedsheet, and I was told love was meant to be shared everywhere. And I learned everything I love has a tendency to leave me. At 21, I got my driver's license. See, it took 5 extra years because I feared once I start driving that I'd let go of the wheel. Close my eyes, tilt my head back, relax, and let some anxiety melt away under some molten metal masterpiece. Go ahead, tell me how strong I am. I tell you that ain't it. Because I know I get weak, but I'm strong in that weakness. I'm strong because I wrote this. I'm strong because we need it. Because young boys like me taught not to cry at our weakest. Because we got to act like our hearts got no holes when we know that they bleeding. That's why kids with warm souls go cold on the streets and they feed in their demons with stigmas and pretense. They post up on blocks, but they ain't got no defense. So who gonna believe them when they tell us they weak? Damn. It's kind of crazy when you see the consequences. The comprehension of manhood these days is not comprehensive. Like dudes might need hugs too. Don't get dismissive, but get this. I act tough, but my brother leaving really cut deep. I got past my past flings just like last week. Nothing romantic about it. I just learned to forgive a past me. 21 to 23. I learned that a man doesn't always have to be tough, doesn't always have to swallow his tears. I grew up being taught that it's okay to tear down our women, to break our ribs, constantly destroy ourselves because we'll be stronger for it. How dare you tell this boy he can't feel? He is a man. He can be strong. He can cry. He can bleed. He can be a man and still need affection. He can desire. He can be depressed, and he is still no less than anyone else. These words that I felt, burning holes in my lungs, clawing their way out of my throat and into your heart, don't make me spineless. They don't make me soft. They don't make me pathetic, but I get it. Because I'm a man. You like to tell me how strong I am. And it's because I'm a man that I'd like to tell you that you're right. I am a man, and I am stronger than you will ever imagine. Yes, I am a man. Accepting my weaknesses gives me the strength to keep standing. And that's that piece.
Nigga, what?
Wow.
Yo. Yo.
Fuck, man.
Every line, bro. Every line.
I wanted to hear that.
That's how y'all.
Crazy.
That
I
was
really,
great.
honestly, I really love that piece because if you don't know me, one of my biggest things is like breaking down certain stereotypes, especially when it comes to masculinity. Especially when it comes to masculinity in the black neighborhood, because I feel a lot of our boys are not told that, you know, one, they could be happy and one, they could be sad. You know, two, they could be sad. So that piece has a special place in my heart, basically.
Plug the workshop. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I was about to, Jerry, I was about to say the exact same thing. Like, bro, don't you got a whole workshop?
Yeah, I do have that. But I was gonna ask, do I have time for one more? Because if I don't, it's fine.
Yeah, you know what the hell? Why not? Let's go.
Yeah,
let's go.
All
Do it.
This one, so there's something I tried. It's a little different.
Different
both
shit.
Both of them are new shit, but this one's a little different. So we're gonna see how it goes out.
New shit, new shit.
This one is simply titled "Rap." Yo, I need you to listen to me. It's something you need. It's something you've been needing to hear. So I'll talk in a language you speak. You see, these rappers nowadays are rhythm with no poetry, shot full of bullets no one owns. Watch as the poems bleed through the cracks in the concrete. That's where all the poems be laid out and play out. Maybe that's why all these poets seem lost with no perspective. That bars with no objectives. Their thoughts all seem subjective. It's like they lost their blessings. And damn, maybe I ain't the one to say this. I mean, I'm just another artist trying to make it to your playlist with a line or three and potentially write something to save kids from mentalities that seem way too dangerous for their happiness. But let me get back to it. I just don't understand. I really need some closure. They pay these rappers millions and give real MCs exposure. The niggas you love that say they be packing pistols, just some poses, man. I'm just saying, what you gonna do when the wavy ride is over? Maybe you need to focus. Instead of chatting about cars and clothes, tell these people to vote, because the ones that come after will be shamed or enraged by all of your choices. Please don't bring them down with your ignorance. Y'all need to grow up. And I ain't a rapper. I just rhyme a lot. You know, I ain't even a poet. I just got time to talk about all the things the system don't bring, the food that they take off your tables, about how they're able to make us want chains and whips we were once enslaved to, about how we never been taught to love ourselves, right? The situation shameful. I just write all these words, hoping that maybe one day one of them saves you. And that brings us back to the top, you see. I'm trying to save that. I'm trying to say rap the same way you saved me. I'm trying to open a path for this new generation to actually breathe, for these babies to eat, grow, laugh, love, cry, build, believe in themselves, believe that materialistic is not what they need. Believe that the heart, the spirit of God, that love and knowledge will breathe. New chances of ways to claim other skills that'll make them finally free. But one of the things that's constantly stuck in the way of this dream is the modern day rap that kept all the rhythm but forgot about the poetry.
Bam, 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 bam. Yo,
So we got.
I'm calling you Cam Cadence from now on. That's it. That's it. Like I heard Cole, bro.
OD Cole.
I heard Cole.
Super Bowl. Like if you listen to Tribe and then his feature on that literally his cadence on that shit. Boom.
He said, I ain't a poet, I just got time to talk. What?
If I'm trying to do what you just did, my tongue would jump out of my mouth. Like that was crazy.
Oh, you wildin'. But me too.
Yo, nah, I appreciate y'all for real. Yo, I appreciate the love so much. Yo. And everybody that listen, I really appreciate y'all. For giving me the time, especially. I know everybody's tired. It's late, at least to me. I don't know. But anyways, before I forget and people beat me up, again, I'm a poet, an author, a photographer. If you want to follow up with me, I have 2 pages that I'm using actively right now. One is my main page, my little getaway. It's Cam did. I'm gonna throw it in the chat. It's basically where I just post a bunch of goofy shit that's just like my regular stuff on the everyday basis. I also do photography, so a lot of the photography up on there. And then the page that a lot of y'all know me off of, which is a brand I'm building now, is False Prophet Poetry. That page, you'll see all the poetry stuff. You'll see all the outreach, all the activism. I also have a website under the same name, postprivatepoetry.com. You can go there, check me out. I do artist showcases. I big up my fellow artists because that's just one of the things that really matter to me. There's also like mental health resources and BLM resources and basically any social issue resource you think you would think of, I might have something for you. Big thing that I need to start advertising more is that I run a workshop. I took a break from it, but we're back on this week. It's basically a creative writing workshop where I go into basically how to tell the story that you want to tell. I'm not big on like telling people what they should be writing, but I want to figure out with you what you want to write, how you want to write it, how you want to improve yourself. We just finished up a little Express Yourself series where we dove into how to talk about different emotions, how to show things vividly through our writing. And I cover like pretty much a lot of writing professions, not just poetry. We talk about dialogue, monologue. We talk about short stories, novels, long form content, script writing, playwriting. Basically, I try to cover as many forms of writing as I possibly can because that's how much writing means to me. I think that's it. Oh, this is one thing that I'm gonna plug now that I haven't really plugged before. I am currently writing a book because I know somebody has been pressing me about that. I'm currently in the process of writing a book. I'm gonna start like throwing up snippets on my page. So if you want to see those, that's why you follow the page. It's called Prayers and Pillowcases, and I'm aiming to drop it whenever the fuck I'm finished because I try to treat myself right. But yeah, that's what I'm doing now. If you were interested, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good night. I'm gonna be here, but just remember, it's all love, y'all. For real. That balloon's not going anywhere. My mom did that for me. That was mad cute.
Thank you again, Cam. Thank you.
My mom did this for me too. I feel you.
So next up, we got somebody who is near and dear to my heart, yo. You want to talk about day ones? Like I've known him. I've been alive for 32 years, and I've known this dude for like 26 of them. He's a friend. He's a brother. He's a poet. He's an MC. He makes beats. I want to bring to you right now my man Dwayne Bowser, Dynamic. I have no idea what he's gonna do. He's a fucking chameleon. So I'm gonna just you know my slogan. I'm gonna just shut the fuck up and get all the way out the way and let Dwayne take it away.
That I'm gonna try to play this beat and see if y'all can hear me over the beat in the background and start my piece or whatever. I got 2 joints that I'm gonna do tonight that I hope you guys enjoy. But before I get into that, first of all, everybody in here, give yourselves a round of applause because y'all been killing this shit. Like I am fucking blown away. Sam, Jay, thank you guys. Give yourself a round of applause. We're gonna try to kick this thing off real quick. Let me know if you can hear the beat real quick. Can y'all hear that? Can you hear me over the beat? Is it clear? All right, bet.
Yes.
Yeah, breaking down my mental, building up my physical. I've been doing this before the days of the digital. Rhyming over tape decks since the days of safe sex. You didn't have a baby before a steady paycheck. It's different now. Parents ain't sitting down and telling all their children what this life shit's about. So they're lost without guidance, nobody to lean on, and no one to cry with. Low life daddies that the mothers getting high with. Niggas dying over women playing your bitch and my bitch. Check up on the pride of the niggas that you ride with. You go and get the gun. How we gonna stop the violence? I watch as I I spot where the moon stands. Skies dark and the revealed stars shining over blue sands. Color required, caressing gravity's barrier, the ground. The birthplace of chaos and hysteria, the streets. The first place I learned where people died at. Same spot I got high when asked if I would try that. Same spot I denied when asked if I would buy that. Why that? When I could got the new AFs. Look less than stale, cause I do stay fresh. The dollar buys a dream. I guess that's probably why it seems I can't sell these nightmares, bothering my sleep. I get low, so with my niggas high beyond belief. We speak about truth when we rhyme behind the beat in front of a whole crowd or just bopping in the street. The same home of death and niggas dropping from the heat. It ain't the kind that makes you sweat cause they be popping from the beef. Mothers cry from this nonsense, kids carrying pieces. We equate the word peace with something that don't keep it. Deep shit, the only thing that comes from shallow thinking, foreshadowing my life like I see my future peeking, leaking like water from the eyes of a wounded soul. Lonely like horizons that are waiting till the moon is whole, leaking like water from the eyes of a wounded soul. Lonely like horizons that are waiting till the moon is whole. That's the first joint, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God!
It's a like, performance piece that I put together. I like to incorporate theater in a lot of my stuff. I want to act. I don't know where to start off, but like I'm gonna get into the second piece. It's something short that I wrote. I wrote this during the.
Yo, talk to Valerie after this.
Yes.
Talk to Valerie.
Talk to me.
That's okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Will do. This is another one that I put together. I wrote this a long time ago. This was during like the BP oil spill, and I sampled Radiohead, a song called Videotape. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that. It's off their album Rainbows, and I heard it, and I just chopped it, and then I threw a drum sequence over it that kind of it's on an off beat. So you'll see what I'm talking about. I'll just tell you what I wrote. Something short. Oh, this is not it. Hold on. That's the wrong beat, excuse me. I'm gonna have to play it through my, give me 1 second, my bad. I'm gonna have to play it through my hard drive, it seems. It's probably gonna have the lyrics in the background because I did record it. Give me 1 second. There we go, all right. They expect us to keep quiet and cease riots when all through the week violence, police sirens is all I see. Trying to sleep, silence is all I need. Why is it the weak die for the cause? Why I bleed for a country that don't give a fuck about me? All they care about is bucks now, greed is the motive. You ain't see the commotion, the BPs in the seas and the oceans. Sometimes when it seems like it's hopeless, all we need is some focus. Not in the sense that you need to be nearer, back up so you can see a bit clearer. You see the whole picture? No shit, it's a bitch, huh? With prophecies from the scripture, all unfolding right before us. The new world orders, the government ignoring us. We expect them to support us. The same people in the slave trade who bought us. The same man to take land from the natives and what they gave them. Disease, plagues, in Vegas. The whole shit needs a facelift. Take it beyond all the knives that you playing in your playlist. And let's kill all this hatred. The only way to be armed government is if we take it. Yeah, that's just a little something, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, my name is Dwayne. Keen said, I'm gonna plug all my stuff in the comments, but I mainly make beats. I rap and I write on the side. Like I used to take it seriously. I kind of gave that up when I started making beats. But other than that, I'm a huge gamer. Like I game all the time. I'm on Twitch a lot. Like I love that platform, and I usually go on there and showcase my music there. I use video games as a way to talk to other people who might be struggling with mental health issues, because a lot of gamers are introverts. I'm an extrovert. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm an extrovert to the T. But my personality being that way, and it kind of attracts introvert. You know, opposites attract, and I'm attracted to that too. And I try to get to the root of the issue. I'm not certified in any way, shape, or form, but having conversation is very important with people who don't have anybody to go to. And I like to provide that conversation. I like to provide that space, that safe space through gaming in order to, you know, help another soul that might be in need. I'll plug all of that in the comments. Thank you.
Yo, he said something about peace and not keeping peace, and like that was a crazy ball. Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you for coming tonight, bro. I really do appreciate you. That was dope.
Thank you for having me, bro. For real. And yo, we gotta link up when I come back up top too, boy.
You know that.
Yeah, man. Let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know. I'm ready. Sam, do you want to introduce the next amazing top of the line? Yo, I love his bonnet. I love it. Whenever I see him wearing his bonnet, listen, I got a lot of hair, right? So when I braid it, I wear bonnets to bed to try to keep it nice. And my bonnets don't last long, but I've been seeing this brother for like 6 months now, and his bonnet is always so much better than mine. I need to go all the way out to Long Island to buy mine where he gets his, because it's amazing. I'm shutting up, Sam. Introduce the dude. All right. I'm kind of drunk, just a little bit.
First of all, Sash Gang, thank you, Dwayne. I appreciate you putting all that positive energy forth. It is necessary, especially at this time. But overall. So I appreciate you, Sash Gang, right in the cut. It's exactly what my mission is too. That's where I'm at. So I appreciate you.
You already.
Absolutely.
What's your Sag? What's your month though and date?
Oh, November 30th.
November Sag. I'm a December Sag.
Oh. I hear different things about us, but I'm gonna still claim you though.
Facts.
I can't. We're not gonna do that. Sag Gang. That's it.
Out here.
Period. So I'm gonna go ahead and introduce this next poet, who is also a very dear friend of mine. I'm not even gonna say nothing else because I'll go on forever talking about you, baby. So go ahead, let us know who you are, what you do.
Hey guys, I'm Will Allen. I do poems, I host, and I curate, and that's really it. I'm real simple. I'm gonna do some poems. I'm gonna do a poem I usually don't do at open mics. Ooh. But I've just been seeing like the vulnerability and like and there's a real safe space. So yeah, we're just gonna do that. First poem is called Curtain Rods, and we're just gonna do that, and do it. I learned that everyone's God was different. That he, she, or they can be made in your image, so my God is a Black woman. However, I began to question my faith when God started to beat the living shit out of me from the age of 10. I learned using your tongue was a difference between life or death when speaking back to a God you pray to, her voice. Being the thunder that ripples through the cells in your skin, left fist. Being the lightning that strikes you down, her right. Being a storm that engulfs your essence. I always had a different meaning for being under the weather. This God masqueraded as family. Someone I shared blood with was the same one who shared my blood with. The carpet, the couch, the curtain that hid their wicked smile that appeared out of the enjoyment of my body retaliating in pain. Most go to church once and twice a week. I was there any day that ends in Y, her home, being the place in which he manifested my prayers into beatings with a curtain rod. Ironic. I always saw death in the room in which those lived in. I always asked, what do you do when you worship a God that beat you with the hand of a devil? The bruises spoke for me when my vocal cords couldn't. They were wrapped around the pain I was forced to swallow and couldn't make room for sound other than the occasional scream. I wondered, is it considered child abuse if I became a man prematurely just to survive? I feel like my arm held up the weight of the world. They now bear scars that look like the mark of the sun and a crescent moon made by you, so I never forget what night and day looks like in the morning. You're the good Christian that would impersonate the angels in the darkness. The space between your halo transforms to a black hole, inhaling my chances out of childhood. This is what happened when church moves to a prison. Bedroom door converts to a cross of my crucifixion. If I had to describe hell on earth, it'd be easy because it would look something like you. You damaged my body while almost damaging my faith in God and Black women. You took my need for someone to listen and rearranged those same letters into silent, forcing me to endure my torment in silence. Even after I escaped, I tried to seek guidance again, but I just can't seem to put my hands together to pray to a God because I would just see a reaper that kind of looks like you, Auntie. That's that first poem. Appreciate y'all.
The energy, bro. Oh my God, man.
Much love. And this poem, I'm gonna do a persona poem because Jerome did one, but he's not even here. But so I'm personifying a kite. So a kite. So it's very interesting writing prompt, but we're just gonna do that. I wanted to be born a bird. Wings being able to flap away any problem with a gust of wind beneath me, but God had other plans. Still able to glide in the air, born with paper skin. My lifeline is anchored to a little boy when I fly. It's only me, him, and the string between us. His eyes held freedom within them. Joy in every step he took. His parents within shouting distance. This is what a good life looks like. I can see all that takes place below me at the beach. A woman enjoying the sun by herself, enjoying a day of self-love. I see a couple bathing in a sun shower, trying to make their skin look like the sand they lay on the other end. I see some kids grab food that probably added up more than my life's purchase price. In the world plagued in sorrow, seeing this much peace from a bird's eye view makes my life worth it. Until I see a man with the woman from earlier argue by the bathroom. No one else was around them. It seemed as if the man knew the woman. Actually, no. It seemed as if the man wanted to get to know the woman, but she said no. He continued to persist. He grabs her arm as she tried to fight back, but she didn't have the strength. I call out to the boy who holds me tight, but he can't understand a cry for help. It translates as wind gliding across my back. The couple bathing in the sun is too caught up in their tan to realize the struggle taking place. The man then strikes the woman. She falls. A car pulls up. I try and call out. I don't understand how God gave me his eyes, but no voice. I can see all, but not save the woman below me. Being manufactured in the factory, never factored. I would have to see shit like this. She is put in the backseat of the car. And it drives away, along with her life inside. A woman who was just enjoying the sun will never see it again. I wish this body had tears to shed. At the same moment, the boy who owns me, I still held freedom. As I just continue to fly, a kite, cursed with only bringing joy, while the man stands by the bathroom, waiting for his next victim. And that's it.
Wow.
Appreciate you.
You know, I have to say, I don't think I've ever heard a persona poem performed from an inanimate object's point of view. Personally, I've read pieces like that, but I don't think I've heard too many people perform a piece, and to perform it in such a way about such a topic, like a kite witnessing some type of violence. It was very interesting. Thank you. Well, that was incredible. Yo, every time I hear you, you're always evolving. You are an ever evolving like poetry phenomenon. Like when I first met Will, performed out in Long Island for us, like all I heard speed, I heard cadence, I heard a little bit of wordplay. And now, like, watching your growth as a poet, as a curator, as just a person who loves words and likes hanging around other people who like words, it's like your growth is phenomenal. It's tenfold. And I have to tell you, like, you're amazing. You're just amazing. And I'm glad I got to.
Could I just, like, I don't know, I kind of want to ask you, like, when you write something like that, like, did that just flow out of you, or did you have to, like, because it's just so vivid. Like, I had to stop myself and remind myself, wait, did he actually see this? Oh no, he's a kite. like it's so real. Like I felt that so real. Like,
so
I don't know.
I really like the fact that because it's a kite, it's a moving object. First of all, it's inanimate, but it's moving. A lot of people that write personifications write from something that's stationary, and yours had movement. So the transition going from like the peaceful atmosphere, you see people enjoying themselves, and it takes that dark turn to where it becomes violent. I really like the way you put that together. That was really smooth and well written, bro.
I really
respect
appreciate
that, for real.
And Jonathan, to answer your question, so pieces like those, it's weird how my pieces come to life. So like it would come from something completely different. So like I was at work, and this is one of the incidences, like there was like a whole argument going on outside at my job, but I was in the back eating my lunch. I had no idea what was going on. I came outside, my coworker's like, yo, you ain't hear what's going on? I'm like, nah, this chicken was good though. Chicken was good. And it kind of like made me think, because my friend that gave me this writing prompt to write from the perspective of a kite. And that poem has been sitting for 3 months. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Doesn't even make sense. What am I going to do with a kite? And then I was like, yo, it's crazy how like something can be going on next to us, but we have no idea because we're so caught up in our own lives. So then I was like, okay, how can I put that in there? And then I was like, oh, I was thinking like a fight happening. And then I was like, nah, like something even crazier than that. Like, like a serious problem is like sex trafficking. I think I saw a post about it, and that triggered everything. And then that happened. So And no, I just think like if I'm a kite, what do you? Because you know how we always wish as kids, like we wish we had powers and stuff. So like, but so if you had super speed, you know what you would be doing with it. If teleportation, you know where you would be going. So like, if I could fly, what would I see if I was a kite right now? I could move, I could see things, but I can't really do anything about it. So it's kind of how that happened.
Yeah, I feel like we could all relate, or at least I could relate. I think we could all relate to like that feeling of helplessness, like, and like there's an innocence to a kite too, like, so it kind of reminds you of like when you're a child and might witness something like that where you can't really do anything, you know?
Right.
I don't know. All right. I'll shut up now.
Nah, it makes a lot of sense.
That was great. Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense because, you know, a lot of times we want to help. Like, you know, if someone's going through something, you want to help them, but whatever your skill set is, or even just who you are, you might not be able to help them. So feeling of helplessness there. So I'm gonna stop talking. Sam, thank you for the platform. JC, thank you for the platform. I appreciate y'all.
Of course. Thank you for blessing us as usual. Damn. I didn't realize it was 10:30. We are ending right on time with somebody who is she's just incredible. She is a force in herself. So please, Audrey, close us out with whatever blessings you have for us.
Hey, what up, guys?
Can I say one quick thing? I promise. I just want to point out that, like, look at the universe, because Audrey, like, she's going last, but like without me meeting her first, like, this doesn't happen, right? So I've known Audrey now for like 3 years. She introduced me to Open Mic Renegades, ran by Shanice, Ariel, and Jay and Elmer. Some of you know them, some of you might not. You should follow them on Instagram. But like, I met everybody here basically because of Audrey. So if I don't know Audrey, none of this is not happening right now.
Yay.
So thank you, Audrey.
Thank you. Thanks for being talented, adorable, amazing, hilarious, weird, fucked up in all your beautiful ways, just like me. Thank y'all. Sorry for being late. I had another thing going on. I'm just gonna read you one because I don't want to take too much time. It is totally late. Really blessed to be in the room and just hear all of you. So thank you, and thanks to everybody who's promoting work that is greater than them. Also, I love hearing people talk about mental health and connectivity and community and workshops. That's what we're here to do, especially at these times. So this is a prayer poem, and the way that it came out was I was riding my bike to Bed-Stuy and I recorded it into my phone, and I didn't change it at all. So thank you guys for your ears and your eyes and your hearts. And Jay, I'm super glad to be a chain in this amazing link. And it's so great to see Valerie and to have connected, y'all. I speak for the addicted. I speak for the mentally ill. I speak for those who need the woods to survive. I speak for the little girl who forgets she is a wild woman. I speak for the lost boys and lost girls. I speak for those writing poems into a voice recorder while they ride their bike. I speak for those who won't smile because they feel guilty. I speak for those who take responsibility for everything. I speak for the savage heart and the sacred life, the sacred breath, for the roots who are constantly doing their work even though you can't see them, for the trees who are constantly purifying even though you don't thank them. I speak for the fire on my altar who had to burn things to show them to me. I speak for the birds. I speak for nature who just states facts. I speak for all those who ride their bikes without holding onto the handlebars because it makes them remember there was a time when they knew how to be free. I speak for remembering to be free. I speak for the initiation, for the woman who was initiated, for the initiated woman. I speak for all those who are ashamed of what they've been through, for all those who are afraid to be crazy, for all those who take responsibility for themselves, who remember it is we and only we who can write our own legend. I speak for the cracking open and the sewing up with golden thread healed. I speak for the alchemists, for the wild ones, for the fools. I speak for the messengers. I am the messenger. I speak for the cards in the tarot deck. I speak for the constellations. I speak for free will. I speak for the sins of the father and of the mother and how those sins are not ours. I speak for trying to take care of everyone else and never taking care of yourself. I speak for long bike rides in the cold because you know it will bring you closer to the tribe. I speak for the tribe. I speak of the tribe. I speak with the tribe. I stand by the tribe. I speak for going slower instead of faster. I speak for writing a poem on your bike and almost crashing into construction. I speak for reconstruction. I speak for reconfiguration. I speak for readjusting to go forth healed. I speak for the stolen generation, for our shared history, for the mother goddess, for the divine feminine with the divine feminine as the divine feminine. I speak for finding a way back home. I speak for light, for legacy, for justice, for myself. I speak for feathers on the ground. I speak for shamanism. I speak for poets. I speak for healing. I speak for trauma, for forgiveness, for recognition, for sight. I speak for self-worth, not because or when or if. I speak not of conditions. I speak of pain. I speak of grieving. I speak for grieving. I speak for duration. I speak for patience. I speak for balancing your elements, child. Not just fire, not just wind, but earth, but water. I speak for power, strategy, and protection of identifying your body through your own body, yourself. I speak for the metaphysical orgasm. I speak for the body, but only because I listened when she talks. I listen when she talks. I listen when she talks, and I hear her now. I speak for my beautiful brain and its shadows and its light. I speak for the altar in my heart, sacred blood that keeps it pumping. I speak for the scars from my river and my mountain and my rebirth and my reclamation. I speak for my goddess, my scientist, my wise woman, myself. I speak for all the children who think they don't have a voice. I speak for all the children forced to keep their families' secrets. I speak for all the adults forced to keep their families' secrets. I speak for all the adults forced to keep their own secrets in shame. I speak for the anesthetization of the body. I speak for the shaking. I speak for the wakening up. I speak for the howling out windows, the graffiti on the roof, the flapping of wings, the falling on your knees, praying into the earth. I speak for the cycle of life, death, life. I speak for the codependent. I speak for those that just want to be happy. I speak for those that just want to be loved. I speak for all those who think they're not good enough for any of it. I speak for the man perched on the Triborough Bridge that night. I speak for myself wailing in the night when you went missing. I speak for the sadness, for the depressed, the anxious, the manic, the bipolar, the suicidal urge, and the will that keeps us here. I speak for the hunger in my body, the restlessness in my soul that reminds me constantly there is a deeper nourishment that I must tap into, a nourishment beyond accolades, sustenance, sex, adoration. It is wild and it is free and it is whole and it comes out of me when I sing, when I let my rattle move, when I give my body to dancing, when I give my body safety, beauty, tribe, protection, love with a capital L. I speak as the fierce prayer that is my life. I speak as the warrior, as the gentleness, as the transfiguration. I speak as the roots and the bearing fruit. I speak for the dead and for the living, and the dead who are alive and the alive who are dead. I speak for the words on walls. I speak for the crown in the heart. I speak for the silence. I speak for the blue sky, for the infinite abundance. I speak with the breath that creates the living word. I speak now and for every other day I am granted to be here. I speak for the plants that crack through the sidewalk. I speak the medicine. I am the medicine. I am the heart on fire, flying eagle, spirit. I am the fact that even as this prayer poem ends, it will reverberate. Create your echoes, brothers, sisters. Create your echoes everywhere you walk. Find harmony, wildness, acceptance, bravery. Find goodness, be truth. Amen. Thank you.
Yo, shit, dude. Oh my God.
Amen, sis. Amen.
That was absolutely amazing.
Yo, that one felt so Whitman-esque to me too, actually. Oh man, that was amazing.
Ashe.
Just like earlier, like a couple of people spoke of, like Kim spoke of, like, you know, vulnerability, and a couple other people did. I am fucking, that made me emotional. Like, you just fucking did something, yo.
It's so inspiring to me.
We prayed. That's all we did, y'all. That's all we did. All of us, every single.
I want that to be every pre-show speech ever. When this pandemic ends, that needs to be the thing that we say before we go on stage.
That's tattoo shit right there. That's like some shit you get tattooed on your whole fucking back.
Here.
You gotta have a long ass back, bro.
Grow up, you would just sip it all.
I
That shit
thank
was
you
dope. Oh my
so
God, that moved me.
so much
Shit.
for fucking receiving that. This is me. This is where I work at Socrates Park. I do all the events there. We gotta bring this to the park, actually. I'm a Queens native. I'm an artist, a storyteller, a dancer, event curator, sacred space holder, prayer, formerly dangerous life liver.
A friend. She's a good friend too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Audrey, we're gonna definitely talk about using your space.
Yeah, man, we gotta do this in the real
So are
world.
we. So are we.
Thank you guys, really. Thanks for receiving that.
Thank you for sharing.
Oh man, I have as always, I just have no words. I think that's the best place to end it. It is 10:40. I appreciate everybody for sticking in from like 7:30 until now. We appreciate all of the magic, all of the blessings, all the love that you've left for us here. And I hope everybody who stayed is taking that with you as you depart back into whatever is this world that we live in right now. Stay blessed, stay safe. Love y'all, and we'll see you at the next one. Good night.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, great. Love you, sis.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Yo, thank